Hey, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nick.
We are Working Class Nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right. We are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, August 25th, 2022, and you can find this 164 podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a podcast in the galaxy far, far away. You can now listen to every single Working Class Nerds episode on the YouTubes, and you can also watch me terribly fail at video games Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
You can watch me play video games every single Monday night at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
And you can find the both of us on the Twitter. I am at MarcusB814.
And I'm at Nick Vern. That's NACKVR. And this week's episode, we've got the entire Free Ride Games stream team on here. They're the helpfulest, most welcoming stream team in all of the Destiny 2 community. And don't forget about the cat dance. So without further ado,
the cat dance.
Welcome to the show, everybody. And what have you been up to? Jump in, whomever. We're going around the horn. Well, first of all, I guess I should say who we have. Right?
Yes.
We've got Free Ride, obviously.
Miltronics.
We've got KC.
Mr. Blazing Fire.
And Scratch Reflex.
Exclamation point SR.
All right.
Song request? Is that what that is?
Song request.
Oh yeah, that's just happened to be that. That's not it in my channel.
This is a double standard, Marcus.
Yes. So I'm gonna start back to front. Scratch. What have you been up to?
The wrong way to wipe.
Oh man, we're not off to a good start.
No, we're off to a perfect start.
Oh man,
What do you mean back
to front?
It's oh my god, I just got it.
It's the wrong way to wipe, but it's the right way to start the show.
There you go. Well, guys, I got to say, first off, it's an honor to be back. I had a blast last time I was here, and to be invited back and to bring some of my closest friends means a lot to me. So thank you guys, both of you.
We're here to celebrate you guys, man.
Especially Mr. Marcus. Thank you so much, as always. Pleasure.
Scratch. What have you been up to?
Gaming, enjoying the new season, enjoying the new content the best I can with work and family life. But yeah, having a lot of fun.
Awesome. Titan, Warlock, or Hunter?
Warlock.
Great answer.
Let's go with Mr. B. What have you been up to?
A little bit of the new season, just, the normal life stuff, trying to get back to work, going to rehab and, just things like that.
Well, we're super happy you're here. Titan, Warlock, or Hunter?
Original Titan main, Warlock main last season. Kind of digging the Hunter this season, though, so far.
You were almost there. Okay, so KC. So just so we all know, last week, KC hung out in the Discord, and I don't know how it happened. I was playing with Aylin, or doing something with Aylin, and we were doing something, and then I said, I got to go to the vault, and somehow, some way she saw what my vault is like, and she's like, I'm going to throw up. You better not let KC see it. And then he ended up in the Discord. And he's like, what is wrong with you? You have like 40 of the same gun. I'm like, I don't know what's good. And he was cleaning out a vault too. So he cleaned out my vault.
KC was cleaning out a vault? KC, what is that? Is it some kind of like extraterrestrial activities?
I dropped my vault down from 600 to like 350.
To like what?
I'm somehow already back up to like 540. I have no idea how it happens.
Bored, useless.
Like, there are weapons that are reproducing like rabbits in my vault. They have to be. It was down. It was like 400 and something, and I'm already 540 out of 600. I don't know. I don't get it.
Wow.
Well, I find that your vault gets full because during, like, while you're playing and you just want to keep going and you're streaming and you keep going, you just go to your vault and empty your inventory, and then you're like, I'll deal with it later, and then I never do. I don't know. I was at like 495, and I think I'm at like 200 now.
Oh, that's pretty good. No, that's
Casey is just like, that's junk, that's junk, that's junk. Delete, 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 delete. You only have one of those, it's junk, but I'd tell you to keep it just because you only have one. But Casey, what have you been doing?
Throwing my life away in Dares.
Oh, Dares of Eternity, yeah.
All I've been doing is trying to get the other half as a red border, and I have not gotten it, and I've ran probably 60 dares this season.
So Marcus, that is a sword from the activity Dares.
Yeah, so the half
Sorry.
truth.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
well, the other half.
The purple
was-
version.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I have that. Probably not, but that's okay. All right, Miltronics, what's up, dude? Welcome to the show, and what have you been up to?
Yo, thanks for having me. Just been prepping for the new season, for the new raid tomorrow. Pretty excited.
Are you guys going in at 1:00?
Yes, sir. Right. As soon as it's available, we're jumping in.
Nice.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's intense.
And just for the record, I have a shirt with Miltronics on it with Free Ride Games.
It's a clean shirt.
It
It's
is
a very nice shirt. I'm currently wearing the same one.
Oh,
So-
see, there
Oh,
it is.
nice.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what he looks like in
Great
cartoon
shirt.
form. All right,
We actually created that for his birthday. A friend of mine, her name's April. She runs FRG Clan 2.0. Her name's April. Really, really great person. She's been working like crazy hours here lately, so she's not around near as much as she'd like to be. But anyways, it was something her and I put together because I told her, I said, I want to do something special for Mill. I'm not going to go deep into it. I would, Mill, though. Anyways, on how much Mill has done for the community as far as helping people, on stream, behind the scenes, and just always there in my corner. It means the world to me. I want to do something special. So I went to April. We came up with a design. I wanted to go like a Looney Tunes-esque, and then we threw his catchphrase at the bottom of it, all good, so. And this was the final product. And like I said, April did absolutely amazing. I love how it turned out. And I think Mill liked it. I think we surprised him with him on his birthday. And it turned out really well.
That's awesome.
So, Mr. Free, what have you been doing?
Same old, man. Just grinding, doing what we can to help out as many people as we can. I know even towards the end of the season, there were still a lot of people showing up that didn't get to, try certain activities. So we try to get as much of that knocked out. We had a lot of people last minute, wanting to do Grandmasters, guild their Grandmasters, stuff like that. So as usual, end of the season became pretty hectic for us, but we took it all on, and we were still able to prep plenty enough for the new season. I think between me and the captains, we were all, heavily stacked up on bounties. We can get a big jump start on our season pass and unlock some artifacts for that day one raid tomorrow, because it's going to come in. It really is. Not just champion mods. Those are the first rows. So you can pretty much get by with no prep work on that, but there's some really good mods at the end of it. So we want to make sure we're ready for that. And I think we really knocked it out of the park this time. And of course, we've got a channel that's dedicated day one raid prep. So like different strats, different weapons, who's bringing what kind of thing. We take a lot of pride in what we do, not just Guardian help, but being able to stick together, band together, and overcome anything, especially when it comes to the captains.
Well, it's your rock, right? Those are the rocks that you count on every day to help you do the things you do with everybody on your stream or in your community.
I think a lot more, not just a lot more than what chat or the community realizes, but I would even go as far as saying I rely on them more than they realize. Does that make sense?
It does.
Like no matter what kind of day I'm having or how bad my run's going, or not to peel back the curtain too much, but more often than not, at least one person in this call right now, if I'm having a rough run, like if it's a bad raid, if it's a bad Grandmaster, whatever the case may be, they said, "Hey man, you good?" They'll send a message in chat that just lets me know to check my DMs, and they're like, "Hey man, you're doing all right. Just breathe." And having somebody in your corner that you can count on just to be there when times are rough, that's what gets you through.
It's
and
huge.
That's why these guys are here. All right, you too.
That's how I feel about him. Tier.
There you go. But it is, man. It gets me through a lot more than they'll ever realize, And I think the reason they're in this call is because they too treat this a lot more than just a gaming community. You know?
I do. I
So.
definitely understand that part.
100%.
And I can't wait to talk about this shit more in a little bit. But Nick, what have you been doing this week?
So, okay, so this week in stream, I'm playing The Witcher 3. I don't know if you all know that, but I am. And I'm getting ready to go from like the Novigrad, Velen area to Skellige, which is like an island section. It's like a different chunk of the map. And like I'm the type of person that likes to do everything before I move on to the next stage.
Every side quest.
Yeah, so like I'm way over leveled, and I'm probably not going to do all the like the question marks on the map, like the undiscovered locations before I move on. But I want to do all the side quests, and I was like, all right, let me just get through the card games and the races and the like fights, and I'm like, this is like a whole game's worth of other stuff. Like, oh my god.
Dude, once you start playing Gwent, it's over. It's
Exactly.
over, man. Oh, man. Gwent is the most addictive side game in a game ever. Once I got good at it, I never stopped playing. I was like, I will challenge any of you mother truckers. You want a sword fight? No, man. Let me see that Gwent cards. Come on,
exactly.
What's up? Hold the table up. Let's see what's going on.
See, like, everybody says that, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Because in the beginning of the game, you have a crappy deck, and, like, you don't try. But then you start getting good cards, and then I was like, okay, like, I have most of these side quests done. Let me look up, like, check some boxes for the Gwent quest. Like, go play these players, go play those players. And I was like, how do I get a better deck here? I get, my Northern Realms deck's pretty good now. And I'm, like, beating everybody. I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
Yep.
And you got, like, the better players, like, talking shit. Then you win cards from them. Your deck gets better. It's like, it's awesome. So I've been playing a lot of Gwent. I've been doing a lot of horse races, which I'm winning because I've somehow found the like the DLC where you've got like the vaguely Arab character that gives you like the way better horse racing stuff. And it must be in the. Why are you smacking the horse's ass?
I thought that was KC again. Sorry.
No, so I know like my horse's stamina is like way over leveled, so I just win everything, which is kind of fun. And then so I'm going through all those. Long story short, I have a lot of. I thought I was way closer to moving on than I actually was. What?
So what you're saying is your steed has high stamina?
Yes. Yeah. Penis jokes. Anyways, wait. Speaking of penises, I watched House of the Dragon last night.
I did too,
which was awesome.
It's the first time, like, so I'm not a Game of Thrones guy. I watched it. It was pretty good.
I don't know how you're not a Game of Thrones guy, but
it's not my era.
Yeah, I know.
House of Dragons was really good.
It was good. It got me like excited about that whole universe again. Where after being like broken, about the end of Game of Thrones and just like not caring about it at all. It was a really weird dynamic. Like I have a map of Westeros and Essos above me here, but like it's weird to go from like so enthralled by something to so like completely not caring about it,
Yeah.
But I've been married, yeah. Jesus Christ. Stop it, guys. Come on, keep it clean. Moving on.
That was awesome. But no, so House of the Dragon seems pretty awesome. I'm liking it. And I'm cautiously optimistic for the future, but I really enjoyed it. To a lesser extent, She-Hulk is actually pretty good. I expected nothing from that show, and I'm actually kind of enjoying that. Not nearly as much as like House of the Dragon, but that's like a pleasant surprise. It's not like great, but it's not bad.
I haven't been turned back on to Marvel yet. There hasn't been anything that I've watched in Marvel that has made me like dive back in yet.
I know what you
I'm
mean.
like waiting for that one show to like WandaVision. That sucked me right in. You know what I mean? But like Loki was good too, but like post Endgame, I'm just like mediocre on Marvel.
Yeah, no, I know. You definitely have been like the whole time post Endgame.
Yeah. I think I'm just burnt out. It's like Mass Effect. Once I beat Mass Effect, like I love the series. I just haven't gone back because it's just like meh. I didn't play I played part of the new game and I was just like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Round 2.
Yeah. I mean, I think I liked Moon Knight.
I was actually going to ask that, like, what your stance was on Moon Knight, because I was really engrossed with Moon Knight, not just being a Marvel movie, or a Marvel show, it stood out on its own. Like,
Agreed.
if you told me that it wasn't even part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I would have believed you, because
Right.
there was no tie-in to other superheroes. It was one guy with, what
All
he was
this-
battling. It really stood out. It really stood out in my opinion. So
Me too. I really enjoyed how they really keep everything ambiguous. You don't know
Yeah.
what the hell is actually happening. But I enjoyed Moon Knight a lot. Yeah, I think highlights for shows is probably WandaVision, Loki, and Moon Knight for me. But I thought Hawkeye was okay, but mostly because I want to get it back into like the Daredevil, like the Netflix's Daredevil areas.
definitely excited for that.
Yeah, me too.
He's got the classic suit coming too. So
I know, with the gold and everything.
Yep.
But
I'm excited for that. If you're telling me Daredevil and Punisher's coming back, Punisher was by far one of my favorite shows.
Mine too.
I thought the actor that played, I can't remember his name,
Something
Menthol.
Thal.
Yeah, he's from
something
The
Thal.
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, if you haven't seen the episode he did with Hot Ones, holy smokes, man! Like he is so far from the Punisher character, it is mind blowing.
He is. In interviews too, he's like very soft spoken.
Oh, he's like, so soft, but he's such a teddy bear. But anyways, he took a bite. It was really spicy, and he goes, "Shit, you not." This man, the Punisher, goes, "Holy moly, guacamole, that's hot!" And I'm like, "What the fuck did I just what?" Because there's nothing he's played that was anything less than just this brute, this badass, Walking Dead Punisher. So he just has that like aura about him, and he does it so well. So to hear this dude say, "Holy moly, guacamole," I was done. I was just over it. I was like, "All right, man."
Well, you got to think like even actors who are like, playing characters like that, like big badass dudes, they're still actors to begin with, right?
Well, of course.
So they went to theater
they had
classes.
to get the job at some point.
Yeah, they went to theater school probably. They're like the theater kids, but then some of the theater kids are bigger and more muscular, so they end up with those types of roles, But it's funny.
All right. Well, there is one that stands out when you discuss an actor that did acting school and things of that name. What was his name? He played as Machete.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
That dude had no acting experience at all, and the only reason he got that job was they needed somebody that could tell somebody how it's like in prison.
Right.
And Danny Trejo.
Yes, Danny Trejo.
Yep. And that dude, whoo, Lord, I wouldn't know. I'm good, man. He's a different breed.
That's very true.
Hell of an actor, though.
Absolutely.
So, got to give him that.
Definitely. I think that's it for me. I just want to talk about some of the shows I've been watching and listen to a lot of content, analyzing that stuff, breaking it down. And then The Witcher 3, of course, getting into all the extra side stuff. Extra. But Marcus, how's it going? What have you been up to?
So last week's, there was no podcast. I completely fucked up my audio. I was on this laptop and I couldn't get it to work. I wasn't listening to anybody try to coach me through it. I just shut down. I tried to get it to work for about an hour and 15 minutes, and then I just quit. I was like, fuck this. We'll reschedule the podcast. I was too fucking angry. Yeah. And I don't usually quit, but like I knew that even if I got it to work, the podcast would have been terrible.
Yeah, when you're like raging at something for that long.
Like I took my laptop and I like had it closed and I was like squeezing it and twisting it. And just you could hear it like starting to crack, and I was like, I'm either gonna break this thing or I'm just gonna put it down and walk away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So fuck this laptop. Anyways, moving on. Stream has been absolutely amazing. I was so excited the other day from the Lightfall reveal that I watched at work. Note to self, don't run saws while watching a reveal. Probably not a good idea.
Yeah, because you're not going to hear anything.
Oh, no. I had my headphones on, but no, your fingers get really close to the blades. And I was not paying attention, and then I just stopped, and I was like, I can give this 45 fucking minutes. Anyways.
Right.
But stream has been amazing. I decided to give away a Lightfall pre-order, and I did because I was so thankful for everybody coming and hanging out. It's so unbelievable that people come to the channel and hang out with me and watch me completely fail or win or just be a goofball, whatever it is, and then come to the Discord and hang out. So like, I'm so thankful. Why not give back? So that's what I did. And somebody in the stream that night said, "Do you do helps?" And I just started laughing, and I immediately shout out Free Ride and Tom because that's who does the helps. And I just say, "Look, I'm just a community guy. You want to do something? I'm going to do it. We'll probably fail, but we're going to have a lot of laughs to get there."
Right.
So, but if you really want somebody to help you, you go to Free Ride or Tom because they'll get you there. I'll just fail.
Yeah.
Miserably.
It's like the blind leading the blind.
Yeah, but it's fun. Yeah, so it's fun, but you might not win, and some people are okay with that, some aren't. Something really cool that I saw with Lightfall that I liked is they're bringing a new planet in Neptune, but it looks a lot like Cyberpunk. And
Okay.
I started playing the game in the season of the Splicer where there was something called the Expunge. And it was really like bright green and pink and purple neon. And I really, really dig that. And that's where I learned how to jump in the game. And I'll never forget in one of the expunges, there was this crazy jump corner. It took me literally 30 minutes to figure out how to jump and land on a platform because the jumping in this game is ridiculous. And
you don't say.
Yeah. And it was bad. But I'm really I'm beyond excited and I'm beyond thankful. Then also too, this week, I did my third Grandmaster ever. And it was someone, I don't know what it was called, but it was tough. Like the first two that I did, I don't want to, they weren't hard. I was being carried by two other people. I didn't die. Like I didn't stand out in the middle of the open and go, "Hey, sniper, shoot me." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I still killed stuff. But like if the other people killed like 80 enemies and the other one did 50, I did 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe 20. I'm overselling here. What am I doing? I'm overselling. Like 15 kills, okay? But that's okay. I didn't mind. But what I'm saying is this week's GM was hard as fuck. Like, I understand when people say, "Oh, some of the GMs are really easy and some of them are hard." This one was hard for me because like there's this room, right, Nick? And there's two tanks in the back. And then there's a shit ton of enemies that can surround you. And that if you come out of this, like, I'm going to call it like a 2x4, 2 foot by 4 foot tall barricade, and you peek out just a little bit, it's like they're waiting with their scope to shoot you in the dome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
headshot.
Yeah, exactly. Slayer.
Right.
But anyway,
multi-kill.
And believe it or not, I was with Free Ride and Aylin.
I want to play Halo again.
Yeah. And they probably still haven't updated it.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's why I got to play Destiny because they update it all the time. Anyways, moving on. My point is we lost on the boss battle a few times, and it made me feel like, okay, this shit is hard because it's, how do I say it? It's good to know that you can beat it, and you need to know that it's hard. Because when pros are taking you in, like Free or Aylin or Mill or Casey or Scratch or Mr. B, whoever, go in with you, they're really good at the game. So then it makes it feel easier. But this fight did not feel easy. Like I feel like we as a collective of 3 people earned that win. You know what I mean? And again, I did probably the least of the whole thing, but we still cleared it and won. And I feel more confident now to be able to do that again because now I like understand it a little better. And the other thing is how do I play first person shooters, Nick?
Oh, you're spray and pray always.
Always, right?
That's why you're terrible at Rainbow Six Siege.
That's correct. But in this, doing Grandmasters, it's like, hey, you have to sit in the back and you have to do these things. And
yeah,
like I'm a submachine gun, auto rifle, rocket launcher guy or sidearm. But like when you do this content, you need to have something with range because you can't really, well, you can get up in their face, but like you have to be careful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm learning, but it's hard.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Not for these guys. These guys are pros. It's hard for me,
well,
I should say.
The biggest thing you have to remember, I find, is you got to shoot the bad man.
I do shoot the bad man, but the bad man usually kills me. But I laugh really, really hard about it.
That's the running joke of in paintball. It's like, all right, what do we want to do this play? I'm just like, shoot the bad man.
But it's
not hard.
But I've had a lot of fun. That's been super fun. Real quick, the new season is all about pirates. Arr.
I love pirates.
my first roll of the sidearm, I got the God roll, which is I do like sidearms a lot. I think people undersell how good a sidearm is, and these pros are probably going to say you don't ever use a sidearm, use a hand cannon or whatever. But at the same time, I fucking love sidearms.
Wait, but free ride doesn't sound like that. That wasn't even a good impression.
Give us
We
your
got
best
5
impression.
people. We got 5 people here. You could have picked to do an impression of, and you missed them all.
One thing I'm going to jump in on that one is we will suggest, especially when it comes to Grandmasters or in-game content or raid bosses, we will always suggest what a good loadout is, but we have never forced anyone like you have to use this or you're not coming in. So it's especially me. Like my captains to this day will give me hell till the cows come home for using a Luminarch. Love my Luminarch. These boys hate my Luminarch. So it boils down to personal preference. Enjoy the game. If you're not doing in-game stuff, by all means, use whatever you want. It's at the end of the day, it's a game and have fun. So if it's a sidearm, enjoy it.
Well, I agree with you and I disagree. If you're going into a Grandmaster, do not use a sidearm. That's just fucking dumb, in my opinion.
Racking lives on, baby.
If you're doing Dares of Eternity and you're trying for 60 tries to get a purple sword, but you can't get it in the red border, and you want to be doing it right now, but you're podcasting, you might be able to use a sidearm so you can, just use it, right? But at the same time, like I look at it as if I go in and they're like, "Hey, Marcus, do you have this? Yes. Do you have this? Yes. You have this? Bring that." Okay. I'm not going to argue because if that's the proven thing, even if it's not my comfort level, I feel like now that I've started using a scout rifle more and more, I feel like I'm using it's in my loadout all the time, where it used to be like my go-to was the Cartesian coordinate as my backup gun. Now I'm using a scout rifle instead of the Cartesian because it gives me the range. And I feel like I'm starting to understand a little bit better and be a little more comfortable using a scout rifle. Yeah. I don't know. I'm rambling. Last thing is shout out to Destiny Art. She drew me the most amazing portrait that I asked her to do. It's amazing. I can't wait to get it put on a canvas and put on my wall. Last thing is go to the YouTube channel and see the new Rip That Guy video. Greenbot hit it out of the park.
Yeah.
That fucking video is fantastic. And then when it came out, I got the link for it. It didn't premiere yet. I was in the Discord with, I think, Casey and Aylin, and they watched it, and Aylin immediately was watching the screen, and in the chat there was a word in there, and she was just like, "I'm so happy it made it," and I was like, "Ugh, delete it." But anyways, moving on. So the TWAB.
Is there a header? I can't see it because someone pasted white font on white.
Dude, it's gray. Don't fucking do this to me.
That's like eggshell gray.
Dude, I never said. Okay, you happy? Now you can read it. See, it's like beige.
Ta-da.
Okay.
This week at Bungie, August 25th, 2022.
Oh my God.
Want me to read stuff?
It's just the first one.
Ahoy, Guardians. Arg. Ahoy, me mateys. Do we have things to talk about this week or what? I don't know if I can do the whole thing like that. Tuesday brought us a ton of information, and today we get to talk a little bit more about what is happening in the current season. Arg. Between Arc 3.0, Season of Blunder, King's Fall, and the Epic Games Store, and Free Week, I guess we should go into details now. Hold on to your ghosts, Guardian. We've got some mysterious relics to find. I'm proud of myself. I didn't even pre-read that.
That was good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, you did a really good job. So basically, in this week's TWAB, they were talking about Arc 3.0.
Season of Plunder.
The Season of the Plunder. Basically, it's pirate themed. You get to see Spider, Mithrax, Drifter, Edo.
Scour the high space seas to find mysterious relics before Erasmus does.
I kind of like I like the idea of this season. I kind of liked last season's story because it like completely how do I say this? Tied into the bigger story, like the side quest story was a part of the bigger story, and this is like, for me right now, all I see is this is like a side quest just to do something, but I don't foresee it like connecting to the overarching story. You know what I mean? But then we got the big announcement that the King's Fall raid is returning. It's a Destiny 1 raid. I've never done it. I will be doing it tomorrow. I'm probably not going to win, but it's going to be fun as hell to do it. You want to read this part, Nick?
Yes. Pirate or no pirate?
No, down here.
Okay. The Taken King is back on August 26th at 10 a.m. Oh, hold on.
Oh, no, you should definitely do it in the pirate voice.
Arg, the Taken King be back on the eve of August 26th. 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, or 1 p.m. I'm not quite sure. I forgot how to do math. Join your raid team and take on orcs on the Dreadnought once again. Because this is a raid that many of you are already somewhat familiar with. We will be charging up the world first race, similar to how we did with Vault of Glass. Here's what to expect on ye journey.
So
They got white font.
Yeah, so they basically break down what's coming. It's going to be exciting. Miltronics, I know you're the leader of this team.
No, I'm not. Not me.
Yes, you are. That's what I heard. You're
Nope.
the man. So what's the plan? Who's the raid team? Tell us, Mel. We got to know who is going in on day one free ride games. Let's go.
So it's going to be free. It's going to be me. We got Sleeplies, Hypes, as we call them, Large Blocker, Crota, and Barkin.
Well, that sounds like a professional team.
I know.
Has everybody done it?
Everyone but me, I'm pretty sure.
Well, you're going in green?
Yep. I did not do this raid in Destiny 1.
Are you guys sure you want to take them?
That's what I said.
They want to take him over. They want to take me. I can bet money on that one. This man is the king of preparation. All right, like preparation M for Miltronics over here. Like,
whoa, that's even more intense than preparation H.
That's what I'm saying. It's higher up in the alphabet, so ergo
more preparation.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
And slightly more hemorrhoids though.
That's fine.
Oh,
Who doesn't mind
yikes.
that?
Oof.
Ribbed.
So if you're a part of the raid race, first team to complete it, you need to do it the first time all the way through normal in the contest mode, and then the second time something about challenges. I don't really know what challenges are. I'm sure you guys can explain that to me. I've never completed a challenge in a raid. I'm lucky just to clear said raid.
I'm pretty sure we have. Didn't you do? Didn't we take him through Vault of Glass for the Time Lost Fatebringer?
Nope.
Yeah, Master Templar.
I've done. I have the Time Lost Fatebringer, yes, but Tom helped me with that.
Then you
I
got
haven't
a
done it.
If you have a Time Lost Fatebringer, then you've done a challenge in a raid.
See, I didn't know. I thought that was just a special week where they like unlock it. I had no idea.
No, you're good. Yeah, the challenge.
Did
that
you just
did
roll
was,
your eyes at me, Nick? Did you guys see that? Fucking guy just rolled his eyes.
Of course I did. That was great.
Yeah. So I don't really know. So can you guys explain to me what would said challenges be in King's Fall? Do you guys know?
We have an idea because even in Destiny 1, there were challenges. When hard mode raids came around, it rejuvenated the reason to raid. They had armor overlays. They had a lot of reasons to go back and do it again. Of course, it was more difficult, but there was added challenge to it. So for those that have played Destiny 1 or for those that know what YouTube is, everybody's got a pretty good idea of what a lot of those challenges were. Are the challenges going to be the same? We hope not. I hope not. I'd rather be a fresh, new take on the raid. Of course, there's going to be champions. There's going to be, additional stuff to it. But the challenges could be anything from. So I think it's technically the third encounter. There's a big ogre. You shoot his back, and he gives you what's called the gaze. And a challenge in D1, everybody had to have the gaze. I think per damage. I don't know if it was for the encounter or if it was per damage run. And all it was a person shot him in the back again. The gaze would transfer to that person. And each person on the fire team had to hold a gaze per damage phase, and that was how you did challenge before beating the encounter. So it adds a little bit extra flair to, instead of just stand here, shoot bad guy till dead. It adds a little bit more flair to it.
Yeah. So basically, you have to clear the raid first, regular, and then you have to go through the raid again and clear all the challenges in order to obtain the world's first, or just complete it on day one.
Correct. But when you say just beat the raid, you got to keep in mind this is contest mode. So no matter what your light level is, no matter where you're sitting at, you will be locked. I think it's 25 light levels under.
That's correct. Yes.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. So for me, I look at it as if you clear the raid the first way, that's a win. Fuck, if I clear, how about this? If I clear a boss tomorrow, I'm gonna be thrilled. One boss.
Yeah.
I think plates are going to prove a lot more difficult than most people are letting on to, because we've got a lot of survivability. You've got warlocks that are just indestructible. You've got titans with bubbles. You've got hunters with invisibility. But as always, people step into these day ones thinking, all right, we've got all this stuff. We're going to survive everything. We're just going to lock this bitch down, as you were. And then day one comes around, and it's a lot more than people realize they were going to be stepping into. And that's the excitement of it, especially when you're looking at some of the top raiders out there, people that do speed run challenges or solo challenges, things like that. And even those guys get sat down quick when it comes to day one, because it's day one, man. It's locked in.
Yeah,
Well, that's
if you're
why-
not ready, you're going to get humbled real quick.
Yeah, and for me, I'm just excited to be able to go because we did it with Vow, and it was just, I think, just the excitement of being there. Like for me, I don't care whether we win or lose. Like it doesn't matter to me if I'm playing with my friends. It's all that matters.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fun no matter what. You guys, on the other hand, I foresee you guys beating more than one boss. I mean, I foresee you guys clearing the raid. Like that's just my opinion. Me, if I clear one boss or my squad clears one boss, I'm going to be jumping up and fucking down, throwing a fucking pizza party. Sorry, everybody.
I'm
Marcus has a
in for the
Discord
pizza
message.
party.
Oh, I love pizza. Oh, pineapple on pizza? Yes or no?
Hold on, Free, are you muted?
It's one thing about that, like to throw the pizza party. Why wouldn't you? You're making it sound like you shouldn't because it's just one boss. That's one boss on day one with contest mode. You should feel amazing about that.
Hell yeah.
Everybody
it.
should feel amazing. People that just jump into the raid and don't even get past the first encounter, the fact that they strapped up and they put forth an effort should feel amazing that they attempted it.
Yeah,
You know?
we did Vow first day. We didn't clear the first, like, I don't know if you call it a boss, but the first like that room with the totems that spin. We didn't beat it, but we did it for 5 hours. If we did it for another hour, we would have won. But everybody was just exhausted, and we were like, this was a fucking awesome time. And I feel like myself, I'm like 6% better than I was then. And I actually have the Wither Horde now, so like it'll be great for ads. Because
Witherhorde changes everything.
yes, it does.
What character are you on?
A Titan?
Oh yeah, you might as well let somebody else run Wither Horde. That just doesn't make sense at all.
Got him.
Well, I don't know. He's saying that. I have no idea. I'm just gonna be like, whatever.
If Crota comes in tomorrow and says I'm running Wither Horde, I can guarantee you the 3 warlocks on my team are gonna be like, no, you're not. I don't know what you're thinking.
Well,
Anyways,
yeah.
It's a build. It's a build with Wither Horde. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
But anyways, if you beat the raid in the first week, you unlock the ability to buy a King's Fall raid ring, which is pretty cool. I got the jacket, so that's pretty much my goal of the new raid. Is within the first week, I'm hoping to clear it once contest mode is shut off.
Did you order the jacket?
Yeah, it should be in September.
Oh, nice.
I was really proud to do that the first time because like I actually had to do something.
Yeah.
Usually whoever's taking me, they're like, Marcus, just follow me and shoot these things. All right. But in Vow, I actually had to do something. Tom made me do stuff. And I was like, all right, whatever. And I feel like, hey, I won. So I was really proud of that. And I'm super excited for it.
That was one thing they did correct with Vow, was they made everyone be engaged in the activities. To this day, Vault of Glass, I take a lot of pride in teaching people. I want people to go and teach others. That's one thing I love about where we're at in this community. And a lot of people don't. They just want that, what's called a carry. That's all they care about. They just want the victory. They don't want to learn. They don't want to do anything. They just want to, get carried. But anyways, it's one thing I feel like they did really well with Vow is the fact that everybody has to be involved. Everybody has a job. So it works out. It really works out.
I love it. I mean, I still I want to, it's hard too, because you say that, like you don't want to be carried, but it's also hard to go into a raid with people who know it and say, look, can you teach me how to do it? Because then like I feel for me, and this is my own feeling, like, okay, we just wiped because I fucked up the mechanic. And like, I feel like in this community, I don't want to upset people because they're like, this is fucking easy. Like, Marcus, you just have to do this and I fuck it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, I try not to ask for, like, if you want to teach me a part of it, like the second time I did Garden of Salvation, I played Gambit, which was great. Like, no problem. I could do that again. Marcus, stand here. So the tether thing, I'd love to learn how to tether in that first encounter. There's things I'd like to learn, but at the same time, it's like, I don't ever ask to learn that because I don't ever want to bring the team down. You know what I'm saying?
But also, I hear what you're saying, but just being there, like you could watch a video 1,000 times. You could see it from somebody's perspective 1,000 times. You could hear somebody explain it 1,000 times. Once you're in there and you're actually partaking in it, whether you're actually doing that job, you can still learn so much from it. Like your tethering aspect. Do you know what it takes to tether in Garden of Salvation?
Well, you just got to connect the dots.
One bullet to the box. That is it. That is how you tether. It activates the box. It connects to you. It connects to the person close to you, and so on and so forth. But that's tethering. You know, by being part of it, you watch somebody. You're like, oh shit, he just shot the box. It turned on. It tethered him, and now I understand the mechanic. So just by saying, hey, can I jump in on this raid? You can learn so much.
Yeah. I don't even know now. I kind of lost what I was going to say because I'm just excited. Fuck. Well, all right. I want to ask each one of you, what's your favorite raid in Destiny 2? I'll start with you, Scratch.
My favorite raid has to be the first one I did in D2 with the free ride community, Deepstone.
I like that one. Atrax is hard. What about you, Casey?
Ones that are currently in the game, I would have to say Deepstone, but from the total Destiny 2 game, I'd say probably Scourge of the Past.
When did that leave? And what expansion was that in?
Beyond Light, when Beyond Light launched.
Yeah, that left when Beyond Light launched, and it came in during one of the seasons of Forsaken. I don't remember which one. I think it was the Black Armory season.
Yes.
All right, Mill, what's your favorite?
I would have probably Garden, I would say, is my favorite raid, but doing Last Swish, the Riven boss fight legit is probably the funnest fight I've ever done in the game. Like doing it legit, not doing the cheese is insane.
I agree there too.
Billy.
Yeah.
Legit Riven is more fun than people give it credit for.
Hi, Billy. Hi, Billy.
Marcus, you're just whispering into a recording.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying hi, Billy. Anyways, Mr. B, what's your favorite raid?
Oh, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one. Honestly, I kind of like Val and Vogue. Vogue for the simple, quick boss clears, but Val because that was the raid I came back to after the whole ordeal earlier this year. And it's, it was one of the things that I could look at my captain friends and go, all right, guys, I'm still a little freshy here. Help me out. And then they literally just picked me up and threw me in there. So I kind of like the mechanics of it. It's a very mechanic driven raid.
For sure. All right, Free, what's your favorite raid?
Gotta go with Guard. Aesthetically, it's the best. So many different type of puzzles. A lot of people, every time I ask somebody what they don't like about Garden, it's always the same answer. I joined up with a group going after Divinity, and I was at the boss for 8 hours, or we tried it for 12 hours, and I just hate this raid because I had a bad experience. But every person that I've ever taken through that raid, whether it was for Divinity or just for a clear or just to teach a raid, they all enjoy it. When you have somebody, the real Gambit, all right. Anyways, if you have somebody that properly knows how to teach that raid, it's one of my favorites. It is without a doubt one of my favorite raids. It's beautiful. The mechanics are easy to understand once you got a good grasp on how tethering works, distance. and the chaos that can happen during that raid. It's not one of those stand here, shoot stuff kind of things. So, and the portal chest, you got to get the portal chest with the six
not even
mini
right.
Hydra,
Nope.
6 mini Hydras.
It's not even right.
That
Nope.
spawns a large Hydra. It's
In a square room.
in the square room. Yeah, one's in each corner. There's 6 total somehow.
That sucked. I was in there and they're like, "Oh, Marcus, just you got to jump through the portal all the way in the back and kill the Hydra." I'm like, "All right." I jumped through the portal, landed Vex Milk dead. I was like, "Guys, I died." They're like, "Yeah, you did." And they're like, "I'm like, you fuck."
It's all about the sales pitch, man. You got to spend at least 3 to 5 minutes getting weapons. Ask your teammates if they got supers or not. You
But
know, you got to tell them about the square room that has 6 Hydras, 1 in each corner, because that's when you find out if people are paying attention. Because there's only 4 corners in a square room, and you tell them there's 6 Hydras. It should raise a question, but it never does. It never does. Nobody.
No, because they're listening to whatever you say.
They're like, okay.
Yep.
Oh man, so good though.
I was in that run and I had to mute my mic so I didn't laugh.
Yep, a lot of people do. Oh man, it's so good though, and it's a rite of passage. And you did great. You really did, Marcus. I got to say, for being your first time in that raid, you did absolutely phenomenal. I'm still honored to this day that you trusted me to get you through that, and I hope you had fun. I really did.
Yeah.
Are you talking shit?
We need Febreze.
I said, "Did you guys smell the bullshit?" Like, oh my god.
Okay.
Anyways, so all I'm gonna say is it is awesome to raid. Like, it is awesome. It's a cool experience. Like, I come from the hardest difficulty of raiding in Star Wars: The Old Republic, so it's a complete different type of hard. You know what I mean?
Different flavor
of hard.
Yeah,
but it still is punishing, and I think it's pretty cool when you get to clear something for the first time or the second time. But it always amazes me to do a raid and then you watch somebody else do it for the first time, and you're like, "Well, I didn't die there." And how can you not figure that out? Marcus, stand here. Okay. Shoot that thing. Okay. Shoot the thing. And people just don't get it. So some do, some don't. But it seems like I'm the only one that falls through jump through the portal in the chest. Anyways.
You think, whoa. You think you're the only one that has fell for that?
No, but it makes me feel
oh my
better about
God,
myself.
man. No. No, that has been a thing since that raid came out. We've gotten several. But luckily, nobody's ever left. You know what I mean? They know it's all in good fun. So there's a lot of people in our chat to this day that still bring it up that we got them there. You know, they watched one of their friends fall for it with us, stuff like that. So
it's amazing.
Rite of passage.
Something else that did get announced, Destiny 2 is now on the Epic Games Store. I think that's pretty cool because that just means more people.
Yeah.
More people, more gamers, more people to play with. Something that they did announce in the collaboration in the, I don't even know, the showcase, the collaboration with Fortnite. Now you can get Destiny skins in Fortnite and Fall Guys. Pretty cool, I guess. Whatever. But the one thing that I heard out of that showcase that honestly, 2 things. So something I just learned about on Sunday, that you can do loadouts in the game. So I never knew that. Like, I always had to like just pick my gear and put it on. Like, I didn't know I could save loadouts and like click a button and magically I have my loadout.
Even I knew that.
I didn't know. What the fuck?
Okay, Freeride has like 30 saved, doesn't use any of them.
Okay, so I'm not the only one. It must be an old guy thing, right?
No.
Yeah.
I know about it. I just don't use them. There's a difference between knowledge and lack of using than lack of knowing and not using.
All right, sure.
So you don't have to. Does it make it easy? Yeah, of course. But once again, seasons change, mods change, etc. So once you get it set up, you are good to go. You go to orbit, you press one button, it automatically loads all this stuff. This is my GM. You know, you can even set per GMs. You know, all right, so I'm doing this GM. It has these champions. This weapon and this weapon are saved. This subclass, I'm good to go. But for the most part, especially with how you play, Marcus, you're not doing in-game helps back-to-back with different activities, things like that, where we're always moving. You get to play at your own pace, and that's awesome. You enjoy the game at your pace. That's awesome. But when you're talking about doing like Guardian helps and things like that, and it's all about time, you've got 50 people wanting to do the GM today, anything that can save time is phenomenal. So it is a lifesaver, without a doubt.
Well, that's one thing I learned. And the other thing in the showcase that blew me away that I am actually really excited for is that they're adding a looking for group part to the game, an LFG section. So like no longer am I going to have to go to a Discord to try to group up with people. This was prior to knowing Free Ride Games community.
I was going to say he has Free Ride Games, Miltronics, KC, Mr. B, Scratch on his podcast right now. He's like, "Oh, thank goodness for this LFG."
Yeah, but hear me out.
I wouldn't know where to go for help.
Yeah, but no, but you didn't let me finish. I'm offended. Don't be offended, but think about all the players who are new to the game that want to do content that they don't have. Like before I knew you guys, I didn't have anybody to do all of that stuff with. So I went to that Discord to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Of course.
If I didn't have a couple friends to do it. And I think putting it in the game rather than a third party, I think it's a really good thing for the game. And anytime you can help the community get into more content, I think it's great. Kindergartens, oh my god.
Wait, you guys can just talk. You know that, right? You don't have to type in the chat.
It's because they're used to doing it in Twitch.
You have a microphone.
That is correct.
That is the fun of the microphone in front of your face.
Yeah, please talk as much as you possibly can. Can you guys explain, Mr. B, can you explain what a Hydra is to Nick?
Well,
Mr. B?
I'm trying to think. The best way, I described it. Alien floating ice cream cone shape machine with 3 eyes. That's the best way I can put it.
Surrounded by a shield.
Yeah, don't forget a shield. Yeah.
The rotating 3 shield. It's okay. That's like a blender blade. You're good.
I try to shoot a rocket between it, and it always says immune. I'm like, I shot him between it. Rip that guy.
That's why you just get up close and shoot it, man. It's easy for him.
Give it a hug. They're nice.
Yeah. Just hug it with a rocket launcher.
I've been waiting all night to talk about it so we can talk about the TWAB. So everybody knows, don't ask me when it's going to happen because I don't know. I'm not going to be in control of this.
Okay.
But the Nerds community is donating a Lightfall pre-order to Free Ride Games to give away on his stream.
Whoa.
Oh, dang.
Really?
So
that's awesome.
When he decides to release it, Free Ride Games channel is going to be giving away Lightfall from the Nerds community. So get ready for that announcement in his Discord. So if you want Lightfall, you better turn into Free Ride Games.
You son of a... Well, that's a little blindsided, isn't it? I mean, you just hit me with that right in the feels.
Hey, there's 6 Hydras in a four corner room.
Listen,
come through the portal
buddy,
and kill them. All right, so
Hey, we appreciate that, Marcus. As always, you go above and beyond with the love and respect that you show this community. I'm honored to have you here. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Now you wonder why I needed that address, send you that hat. All right.
If I went home today, I would have worn it today, but I didn't go home.
Yeah, you came straight here from
work and stuff. I'm smelly and gross. Yeah, no problem. Anyways, Tuesday nights is community clan night. You want to come have fun, get your pinnacles now that there's a new season. Just come have fun with me and the community. Please join us every single Tuesday night. You do not need to be in our clan to do it. So if another of your favorite streamer is not playing that night and you just want to hang out with me and just have fun, we switch it up. We do all of the stuff, anything you want that's very like pinnacle based, I guess I could call it, or just fun based. Come join us, because
if all this sounds fun to you, go to AIE-guild.org. We're talking about AIE, the guild that we're in. Get our Discord information in the top right-hand corner of the website. Jump in there, ask for a guild invite, whether or not you play Destiny 2, Star Wars Old Republic, Guild Wars 2, World of Warcraft, Pokemon, Game of Thrones is not a video game.
The Witcher 3.
The Witcher 3.
I don't know if anybody plays Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends. If you do, maybe they can go in the Nomads channel.
Yep. So
any game that you play, we would love to have you.
And Nick, I know you have to pee.
Yes. True.
really bad
Factual.
because his leg is going 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yes. So we'll be right back.
Jeez, Nick, hurry up. We're trying to finish this podcast.
And we're back. So we had such a good conversation about Destiny 2 PvP that during the break that we're going to leave it in. So you're going to hear it right now.
All right.
Too
So
much
I don't
games
know
for
though.
me.
As a PvP player, there's like no content ever.
So that's an interesting conversation too, because PvP in this game is awesome, but I feel like it's missing something. And so from the game I come from, it's the same thing. I don't know why they just don't make new PvP maps. Like, I feel like take a section of Nessus, just cut it up and throw it in there. If it sucks, delete it. Like, you can do freelance trials for a weekend. Why not just create a dumb map and let people try it and have fun and then shut it off? And then if the community's like, we fucking love it. Hey, we got a new PvP map. Like, I don't know why it's so fucking hard to do that.
Well,
But
here's one thing is because, and this is not a jab at anybody in the PvP community, but they have legs to stand on. Don't get me wrong. They have every reason to bitch. They've lost more maps than they've earned in such a long time. But I've been part of Destiny since Destiny 1, and I've never, ever, ever, in all this time, heard the PvP community be happy. Ever. Not once. Like, there's always something. There will always be something. And I have
Because
no
every
idea.
every time that we get something that we're happy about, they take it away.
Or they nerf it.
Like, we were happy that quick draw shotguns were really good. All right, quick draw's gone. We were
Right,
happy
but-
that, we can jump in the air. Oh, now your inner accuracy's gone. Oh, you like slide shotgunning? That's gone. Oh, you like your enemy dodging, getting all of his health back, throwing a grenade, getting all of his health back, and then getting called
What
a
a
shitter? Yeah,
shitter. What a shitter.
great.
I feel attacked.
Well, I'm saying even during like the minor small things, the weapon aspects or whatever the case may be, there was always the PvP community, and not just like a community as a whole. We all know no matter what aspect of anything, whether it's a video game, whether it's PvP, whether it's a government, whatever the case may be, the unhappy aspects of it's always going to be the loudest. They're the ones that are always going to be bitching the loudest. That's who you're going to hear.
Yes.
So
it's usually the top 2%. It's usually only 2% of the game community that complains that makes changes.
Part of the reason why that's
Hi,
a big
Doctor.
thing with D2 at least is the fact that a lot of your good players have followings of their own, and so they're putting out that knowledge out there. Because I hate to say it, but I'm not really as like a if I was a game developer, I'm not going to take advice from like a 0.6 who plays maybe an hour a day. I'm looking at that like 1.5 to like 2.5 KD player that plays 10 hours a day, maybe 5 of those hours of Crucible. That's the person I'm looking to be happy with, not the one who plays 2 hours a day and 2 of those hours are spent in Vanguard Strike.
That's why I think there should be different queues. So I like how I'll use Rainbow Six Siege as an example. Rainbow Six Siege, you can queue in regular, play all you want, fine. Then when you earn your way, you can. Thank you. All right, perfect. Thanks. Nick just made me a water. But what I like about Rainbow Six Siege is once you're good enough and you feel it, you can go into ranked, and that's all you do. And you don't it's known that you don't go into ranked unless you're ready for it. You know what I mean?
That's another thing with the Destiny 2 PvP community. They have that. They have per se a ranked. I'm not even sure what it's called. Glory. What
We don't really.
Glory
that's
hole.
The problem. Our Destiny 2's rank is. I've played a lot of competitive shooters, and Destiny 2's rank has to be the worst competitive system I have ever played. There is nothing keeping a shit player from getting to the top rank. But if you go to a game like Valorant and you go to their top rank, it is only going to be quote unquote pro players.
Yeah,
But you can have a 0.6
Right, but we
sitting at
have-
max rank in Destiny.
But we have comp, and your top players don't play comp. They play quick play.
Because that's the thing though. Top players don't even play the playlist in general. Top players sit in private matches all the time. That's the thing.
Well,
because they want to play against other top players in an environment where they're not going to be using super overpowered shit that is annoying.
Yeah, they set rule sets and certain maps, restrictions. They go in and scrim matches.
You got really quiet, by the way, Scratch. I can barely hear you now. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. But that's what I mean. But like, I will say there is a ranked, and the rewards are dumb. It's like
there's
powerful
no reason
gear. Yeah,
there's no reason to play it anymore. Like, I think the last time we had a legend reward was
that teddy bear's got
Forsaken, I believe.
4.5.
Yeah, I think Forsaken was the last time we had a max rank comp reward, and that was not forgotten. We haven't had one since.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait.
So I think they should.
Yeah, but they're too scared to add anything like that anymore. Mountaintop broke the game. I don't know if the hand cannons actually ever broke the game. I know they were cracked as shit
busted.
in PvP.
They were really, really good, and put in the hands of a good player, they were broken. But if you weren't using the gun right, it was not that great of a gun. And what did they end up doing with it? They ended up nerfing it because in the hands of a good player, it was broken. So
Right.
that just lessened the skill gap right there as well.
Right. Well, what was the other one? We had Mountaintop, and what was the other one?
Recluse.
Recluse. Both absolutely phenomenal, great, well worth it rewards. But once again, they broke the PvE game, and I don't know. Bungie's just scared to
That's the
add
thing,
certain
though.
things.
I don't know if exactly those weapons broke the game. I think it's more the fact of what we had at the time that broke the game. Because if you put Mountaintop in now, it's not going to be nearly as busted. Because you got to remember, when Mountaintop came out, we were still in the meta of, put a well down and put Lunafactions on, and you can shoot it rapid fire.
That was so much fun, though. It was
that's
like
why
in the
I think
top
it was
DPS.
busted.
That was so great. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. And Recluse, I mean, right now it's just fancy Feeding Frenzy, and what was the other? Was it Feeding Frenzy?
Basically just a buffed Rampage or buffed Harmony.
I just feel like in PvP, like I look at shit as who cares if it's busted? Just let them play. It's PvP. That's the point. You find the best gun that's doing the job, and you let them run.
But you've got the strongly prideful of the PvP meta too. Oh, I can't believe he's using that. That's such a shitter weapon. It's such a piece of shit to use that weapon. Do you have it? Yeah, but I'm not going to use it. Well, why not?
Well, that's
because that's beneath me to use. But then they bitch about the person that's using it when they have access to use the same damn thing.
Okay,
so many things.
All right, so I'm just going to tell you. So when I first started playing, I did Deepstone Crypt, and there's a gun. Fuck. It shoots like 9 missiles at the same time.
As tomorrow?
Yes. So I got it the second time doing the raid. And immediately I was like, all right, this is going to be fucking awesome. So I did a Gambit match, and all 4 people were at the Primeval, and I invaded and I shot them all. I got messages that I should jump off a cliff and die for using that gun. I was like, my response with suck less. The game gave me this gun. I'm going to use it.
Right.
Like, I don't care what you think. If the game gives me a gun to use and they're allowed to use, like, if you're giving me a gun, I'm going to use it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what you think. You think, I can't win unless I use it. Maybe I can't, but guess what? I just won because I killed all 4 of you with 1 rocket shot. You know what I mean? I've never actually used like the 1K, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like, but at the same time, then you get into like skill-based matchmaking, which I come from Call of Duty, and I think skill-based matchmaking is great. But the Destiny community, the good players don't want it because their queue times and everything is going to come up and it's going to suck for them.
Do you think it's more queue times, or do you think it's the fact that they're actually going to take on good players and they won't be able to just shit on people that just bought the game?
Somebody said it to me, and I can't remember who, and I'm sorry, whoever's listening, because I'm going to quote you.
Why are you saying that as if you?
Well, because they're going to be listening to the podcast because I can't
remember.
remember.
The break still.
but we're gonna use all this.
What
I'm
the?
not cutting
This
this.
ain't a break then. What the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah.
Oh, I just pissed off the entire PvP community. Thanks a lot, Paul.
Nah, it's content.
No. But
Content.
what I'm saying
I'm
is,
sitting here going like, why are you talking right now? Let's go back to from break.
but what I mean is, somebody said that like they like to get into PvP and chill sometimes. They don't want to have to sweat all the time.
That
But
was me.
if it's skill based, that means every time they queue PvP, they're gonna have to like try their hardest ever, and it's never gonna be chill for them.
Yeah, that was
And-
I
that was
agree
me
with
the
that.
other night.
Oh yeah, see, it was. Look at that.
I personally don't want to go into a quote unquote casual playlist and have to put on my best weapon, stuff that I'm not really a big fan of using, to even have a close match. I want to use fun stuff. And if I have to put on what I don't want to use, I'm just not going to play the game. And then also, it limits me from playing with my friends who don't play PvP 24/7.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. Like I'm not great at PvP. I feel like I'm like mediocre. Like I do okay, but like I can't just go into a casual playlist and just sit there and like Casey said, I can't sit there and queue with him just because he's that much better. Everyone else that's going to queue into that lobby now, like I'm just going to go in and get rolled the entire time. Where I feel like that's where it turns back into they need to come and find out like an actual like ranked playlist, because that's what really drew me away from playing Apex when all the skill-based matchmaking was in the casual playlist, when they legit have a ranked game mode. Like you can't just go in and play casual anymore. You always run into, you have to, use top tier and sweat every game, and it's just not fun. You can't go back and play with friends who are new to the game because it's not fun for them, because then they just get rolled.
Yep, it was the same thing with me. I came from Call of Duty as well, and I like to challenge myself in different ways. I like to go in with non-meta weapons, things you don't really see all the time, and see if I can do well with it. And you can't do that in a skill-based playlist. Like if I want to go in and try to do something with the quote-unquote worst sidearm in the game and see what you can do, you try to do that in a skill-based playlist, you're going to get wrecked 100% of the time.
Well, even Halo did that though too. Even Halo 3 back in the day. It was also the Bungie game. So I don't understand why they can't use something of that sense where you had the rank system of Halo 3 where it was a number of 1 through 50. Do something like that with the Destiny 2 PvP. 1,000 to 5,500 or something. Make it a number that you target for, and then you match people within that ranking every time.
They need to, at this point, make it a lot different. I say, in my opinion, one of the better ranking systems out there right now is Valorant's ranking system, and it's heavily enforced on playing with people around your skill. So, for example, if you are the middle rank, which is, I think, Platinum in Valorant, you're not going to be able to queue with someone who is 2 ranks above you, because you shouldn't be playing in those lobbies.
Right.
So, for example, like if Destiny was to do it and they kept their regular 5,500 system, if you're at like 1,000 points, there's no reason you should be queuing with somebody at 5,500.
Oh, and I completely agree.
That's just not how it should be.
And that's why I brought up Halo 3.
Rank system.
Nick, in Siege, I keep going back to that because I remember playing it and
the rank system and stuff.
Yeah. What you had to get to a certain level in order to be able to queue ranked, right?
Yeah.
Get it at 25.
Okay.
I think so. Something like that.
And I felt like maybe it's just that community. I feel like that community, if you went into ranked, you wanted to, like, you took it serious.
Yeah, like the meta, like you're not doing stupid shit.
Right.
Or you're asking, hey guys, where should I place these traps? Or like,
right,
which walls do we want to break and which ones would you want to leave open or whatever.
So I do understand what you guys are saying about like putting it in a casual playlist isn't good because it's going to shut out like that casual play. They should have made a ranked control and make that skill bang based, which I don't understand why they don't have.
Yeah,
that.
I think the ranked casual combo is perfect. You should do that for games because
I don't know. I go into trials and get destroyed. I go into control and I get destroyed. So it doesn't really matter. But I do feel like the game, anyways, before skill-based matchmaking, the first game I play is always fantastic. Like I have a great time the first time, and then after that, it just sucks.
Yeah.
I get my dilly willy wet and stomped.
So I'm gonna come back from break, but I think I'm gonna leave in this whole PvP chunk.
Yes, please.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Fine by me.
Freeze question in a little bit.
I'll keep it
No,
in.
I'm gonna cut out the first part of the break, but
I'll keep it in.
and then when it's like organic, I'll tee it up here. Hold on. And we're back. So today we're talking with the Free Ride Gaming stream team. The whole crew is here. That's right. We've got Free Ride, we've got Miltronics, we've got Scratch Reflect, we've got Mr. Blazing, and we've got the one and only Casey. Plus Marcus, I guess, but whatever.
I'm not a part of this squad.
No, I know.
They're their own entity. They're sitting on a perch up top, and I'm at the bottom of the mountain, like walking up the stairs, going, "Wow, they're really tall."
Yeah, they're up in the clubhouse. They're up in the treehouse, and it says Free Ride Games Club, and
Yes.
it says no Marcus is allowed.
No, I'm allowed. I'm just climbing the stairs slowly. I'm fat. But anyways, moving on. The first thing, I just can't believe. Did you guys hear the news that Free Ride Games is going to be giving away Lightfall? I can't wait for that announcement. Oh,
The
just
Lightfall
wait.
giveaway.
Just wait until his Discord and the community hear that he's giving away Lightfall.
Oh, he's gonna
Okay,
be
but
tagged all the time.
Here's the hashtag. FRG Lightfall. Hashtag FRG Lightfall.
Oh, that should be
There it
the
is.
raffle, not like exclamation point waffle.
Yeah.
Exclamation point FRG Lightfall.
Yep.
Oh, I like it.
It's a lot of typing, but
Sounds good to me.
You got to make it. You got to make them work for it. They're winning an expansion. Who doesn't want
I think
a
it'll
W?
be. I think to actually enter the raffle, I think it'll just be exclamation point Marcus, and then how
No.
many tickets you want to get in. So exclamation point Marcus 1, exclamation point Marcus 2, up to like 100 tickets.
No.
So
no.
this way, it's just spamming Marcus numerous times in my
Or-
chat
I,
because
I
that
what
doesn't
if-
do
fucking
anything.
hate it.
I mean,
No.
instead of like a number at the end, how about it's just however many times you can, spam exclamation point Marcus. They
Oh,
just
every
enter that
time
many
you
times.
type exclamation point
Yeah.
Marcus, you're entered.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh,
And then he gets
Marcus, you're
pinged
gonna
every
be there
time.
for that,
Wait,
right?
wait. Can we just do exclamation point nerds community or something like that?
I like
this
Marcus
is-
better. It has a
what
better
happened to
ring
Marcus?
it.
No, it's
Yeah.
gotta be
No,
Marcus.
it doesn't. My name doesn't need to be involved in it.
No, because then if it's Nerds Community,
This
I gotta
fucking
get
plan.
involved.
This
Oh,
fucking plan
shit.
backfired on
And
me.
I like
this plan
You didn't
backfired on
come
me.
at free ride unprepared, did you? Like you didn't think this was gonna happen? Come
You
on.
weren't just spraying and praying, shooting from the hip, were you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I didn't expect. I thought we would already have been into the first question.
It's like free
So
shooting.
this job-
Yep. We got you. Don't worry.
All right, I want to know how did the stream team start, and where did it come from?
Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I think
Oh,
that's
I
gonna
hope
be a
you're
no
not directing that question to
honestly.
me. I'll be 100% honest with you. Before we were partner, I had a few people that actually reached out about creating a stream team because I've always been friends with other streamers. There's one thing that I take a lot of pride in that a lot of communities really shun. Like they don't just like not like it. They will ban you if you talk about streaming. That is instant self promo. They are not having it. They are so scared of losing every viewer they have because somebody mentioned that they stream. And since before I even started streaming, I always thought that was just the oddest thing that people were so scared to lose viewers just because somebody else streams. It's like, well, do a better job. Do a better job at keeping your viewers engaged. That loyalty, keep them there. Why are you so scared that just some random person on the internet is going to take your entire viewer broadcast? So anyways, long story short, I've always wanted people to feel comfortable talking about their stream, bring their questions about streaming, ask me questions about streaming. What can they do to do a better job streaming, things like that. And because of that, I've had quite a large following, if not people that started streaming because of us, not because of me, but because of us. And So before I was even partner, I had a lot of people that wanted me to start a stream team that they could be part of and be part of a community. So that's pretty much where it all began, was just a simple fact that not only did I not have an issue with people that talked about streaming, I welcomed it. I wanted people to. If you come into my chat, there's a high chance that there's going to be a command that will take you to somebody else's stream. Exclamation point Marcus, maybe, exclamation point Tom, exclamation point Luckstruck. The list goes on, because if I want to see you succeed, I'm not challenging you. I want to see you succeed. You're not my enemy. I want to see you succeed. Does that make sense?
It does. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna sidebar it a little bit.
Go for it.
I think when you first start streaming, it's hard to see that like there's enough people to watch everybody. And if somebody, I'll use myself. If
Okay.
somebody comes into my channel and enjoys me, but then I shout out Nick and they go to Nick's channel and start watching Nick on a stream night for me, I feel like that's a win because Nick gained an awesome viewer. You know what I mean? So like, if they don't watch my channel on that night because they love Nick's content, that's a win because it's keeping it in the family. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody. There's enough people to watch everybody to enjoy the content. If you're just enjoying somebody's content, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I don't feel like you should never there's self-promotion and then there's like obscene self-promotion. You know what I mean? Like if somebody comes in your stream is like, hey, I'm going live in 10 minutes. Like, okay,
Like,
dude,
fuck off.
like you don't need to do that. Like that's just, I call that streamer etiquette. You know what I mean? But like
yeah.
if somebody shouts you out, like they don't need to, but like, okay, cool. That's letting people know that you stream. But like for me, I don't shout out everybody because like I can't keep up. I think it's a lot of work. I want to, but like if I shout you out, know that like I'm stopping what I'm doing to be able to do that for you. And I want people to find you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Of course. Especially the I'm going live in 10 minutes, which, funny story sidebar as well. We recently had that issue, and there's a huge difference between talking about your stream, you're talking about your goals and things like that, and just straight up saying, hey, I'm going live in 10 minutes. I got to go. I'm going live in 10 minutes. That's of course, that's reaching. I'm not worried about you stealing my viewers because you said, hey, I'm going live in 10 minutes.
Right.
It's just
but
like
anyways,
kind of weird.
was,
it's like scummy to say though,
Right. The funny part was though, he was like, all right, well, I can't stay too long. I'm starting my stream in 30 minutes. I was like, all right, cool. Can we get a command? I'm going to be still streaming in 30 minutes. And we just made a running gag about it the rest of the stream. Like Sausage was like, hey, I'm going to be taking a shit in 30 minutes. Just wanted you guys to know. And it was a running joke the rest of the stream, which the guy learned. He apologized, and he's still in the community. He's still hanging out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, there's certain ways to go about things. And then there's just straight up, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. My favorite, like, honestly, like, I love it when somebody comes in and asks me about like Streamlabs. They're like, Marcus, how do you do this? And I'm like, I have no clue. You can do that? And they're like,
you have it set up right now.
You have it set up right now. I didn't do it. Like, I clicked go live. Like, don't ask me. Ask them. They can help you. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. But anyways, back to the original question. So people wanted you to start the stream team, but obviously you can't until you make partner create a team. When did you make partner?
That's a good question.
I don't even
6
remember
months
either.
ago.
Like that's a good question.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
Did everybody hear that? Crickets.
Go look for the retweet.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a
retweet.
retweet around here somewhere. Probably a Discord thing. The funniest thing, Casey, was it you? I can't remember if it was you.
I think it was Hype.
11,
I think it was
11
Hypes.
to 21.
But that's
when
when
almost a year ago.
That's when we
That
got
was the day you
partner.
hit partner. Yep.
Oh, there you go. So there you go. But anyways, Casey was going through. I think it was Casey and somebody else. They were cleaning up our Discord, and they found a pinned message in Discord from quite some time back. But anyways, it said, we're going to do a giveaway when we hit like 50 followers or 100 followers, and it was still pinned in that channel. So it was just, there it is.
Well, that's
Yeah,
cool.
he just posted it. At 100 followers, one random follower will be drawn for a giveaway, and it was pinned, and it was one of those moments like, holy crap! Look where we were at. Look where we're at now. Look at what we've done. Everything we've accomplished. We'll have people that have not been by the channel in a while, stuff like that, and they'll see the Guardians help, and they're like, free ride. I remember when that said 2,000 Guardians helped, and they'll say stuff like that, and it just. I don't know. Those are the moments that really hit what we've created here. Sorry to get sidetracked, but yeah.
No worries.
As far as remembering when Partnered was, even at that time, pushing for Partner, it was something that the community was really rallied behind. I knew it wasn't going to change anything, and it didn't. It's a check mark. You could say, yeah, I've earned this. I've worked hard for this, but it didn't change anything. We're still who we are. We're still that community that you can go to, for free help, for a completely understanding community that doesn't judge you on your lack of knowledge or what questions you have. You, Casey.
Wait, Casey, what did you say? Could you say that?
He has the biggest ego I've ever seen.
Oh, okay.
Got him.
I give every drop of credit I have to everything we have to everyone else because I don't want it. Stop it.
Puts on the scene behind the scenes. We work really hard.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, we have enough money to pay rent.
All right, whatever. Here we go. There we go.
I'm gonna ask the crew here. This question's for you guys. What is your favorite part of this community and stream team?
Making people feel at home.
Good one.
I've been in countless streams. This is the first community I've ever been a part of. Okay. On Twitch, in anywheres actually. And I've been in, 1,000 viewer streams, 100 viewer streams, 50 viewer streams, and I would go to talk and chat, and no one would say, hey, no one would bat an eyelash. So I came here. I was, just a random dad looking for somebody to raid with.
Hashtag gamer dad.
Yep. Free, talk to me. He, chatted me up just like we're sitting here in this podcast. And I wanted to give people a way that, a feeling that I didn't have going into other people's streams. So anytime somebody comes in the chat, they'll get shouted out. They'll, welcome to FRG, welcome in, make them feel at home, make them feel like they have a place. Each and every time. I don't care if your account's 2 days old or 2 years old. That's my favorite part of this community.
Hell yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, but to add on to that, how often do you see that in other channels?
Almost never.
That is one thing that I've always pushed. Hey guys, we got a new follower. Be sure to welcome in. That's not a jab at you, Marcus. I know how sweet you are. You're big.
No. I was pointing to Nick's stream.
Oh, gotcha.
I was gonna say, I think we do a pretty good job with that.
And once again, it's not a jab. I'm sure they're out there, but I'm saying, like, overall, for the most part, how often does it happen? How many times do you go? How many times do you go into a channel? You click follow, and this is the streamer's reaction. Especially when we're talking 50, 100, 150, they get a follower. Hey, thanks for the follow, and they're right back. They're right back in their game. They're right back, doing what they do. That's it.
Real generic welcome. Yeah.
Yeah. When you show somebody, hey, I appreciate you. I don't care if you're going to lurk in the background for the rest of your time at my channel. I want you to know you could be anywhere, but you're here. And that means the world to me. That means the world to everybody in this chat because you're helping this community grow. And that means the world to us. And like Scratch said, he welcomes everybody. If Scratch is in there, we get a follower. Hey, welcome in. Welcome to FRG, man. What can we do for you? How was your day? It is not just, hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Moving on. So.
All right. I want to hear the rest of your reasons.
I feel like for me in particular, I was another one of those the strugglers through garden trying to get stuff done, and I was looking for help, and Free helped me out, and I'd just been kind of stuck here trying to repay that debt, and to me it's
Stuck.
helping
I like that.
helping other people. Like it's just been a blast, like teaching everyone, helping people learn the raids, the encounters, mechanics, going actually like teaching the encounters and stuff. That's always been fun. People, they get excited to learn.
Yep. See, Free made that face, but it's not an actual debt, but the amount that he does for countless people, it I'll never be able to repay that debt. And I'm pretty sure I can speak for Mill on that too. That's why I work so hard in his chat, in this community, because I want to try to give back what he gave to me.
Yes. And that is why the nerds community is donating Lightfall to the channel.
It's all about giving back.
Like, raise your hand if you want to win Lightfall. Yeah, like, oh wait, shit, I already pre-ordered it. But Casey, what do you have to say? I like that.
No, they're raising my hand.
Yeah, they want to win it. Yeah, and yes, the mods can win. But it's you guys are welcoming, and in Twitch, it's always funny because if you're the streamer, you're talking, but that person behind their computer screen, it's just typing. So they're not actually talking to you. So you get a relationship from somebody, and it's a very A-B conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're not hearing their voice back. So when you actually get to hear their voice later on, it's like, whoa, I already know this person. This person hangs out in my stream or hangs out in our Discord or whatever. This is what makes it special. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
My favorite is probably the fact that we've been able to bring so many different communities together, because we've got people pretty much of all sizes, like anywhere from Free to Gambit, Jobo, Tom. We've got people that don't even play Destiny anymore. We've got a couple like Stern and Faye. They literally never touch Destiny.
Oh my God. So, sidebar here. I'm sorry to cut you off, KC. There was somebody that came into my chat this one time, and they're like, dude, you're awesome. And I was like, no, you're fucking awesome. And they're like, I can't stop watching this. And I was like, well, dude, why don't you come play with me right now? Like, come play. I don't play Destiny. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you here? He's like, dude, you're fucking fun. Like, I can't turn this off. And that's how I feel about Free and the community. Is like, you're not just there. Like, I say it to everybody. If you're a good content creator, I could give a shit what you're doing in the game. I watch the camera. Sometimes I'll just like blow up the camera and just watch the chat in the camera of the streamer or the content creator, because I think that's the most entertaining part.
Yeah, right. I mean, otherwise you can watch gameplay footage from.
I did tell you who that was, right, Marcus?
Probably. I probably don't remember.
I might have not told you. The person that you're talking about, the reason that they were over there, they actually raided over from my channel, which I didn't even know they were watching me until they told me this story. That person was actually the GM, the general manager for where I work.
Isn't that funny?
No kidding.
Hand to God's truth. It was like a week or two later. He came down to my office and he goes, "Hey, I was part of that raid. You raided that Marcus guy." I said, "Yeah, he's a really great guy. That's why I rated him. A lot of love for him." And he goes, "Yeah, it was an odd interaction because I told him I really, really enjoyed his content, and he told me to play, and I told him I didn't play, and he goes, why the hell are you in here?" So yeah, that really tickled me because he did, man. He spoke very highly of you, and he said it was your energy that kept him here because Destiny 2 is what I play, and he doesn't play it, but dude, and that's another thing. That's something that really speaks high about you or anyone, is the fact that you can hold on to a viewer even if you're doing something that they don't play. It says a lot,
Yeah. How many streamers or content creators are on the stream team?
Whew.
I
Hold
will
on.
get a count for that real quick.
4 billion.
4 million.
Definitely not that. And the biggest thing is it's got to be somebody that holds the same values as what we have. That's our biggest thing. We have. I mean, I don't want to sound like it's ego, especially after the previous comment, but we've had people ask to join the stream team that I've had to politely say, you're not exactly the right fit for what we do here. You know, and it hurts to do that, but at the same time, this stream team has everybody that's on the stream team has the same values. You know, whether you're offering a smile or whether you're offering help in a game or whether you're just, you know, wholesome to the point that it just, you know, you're a whole different level. But if you're a toxic PvP person that just talks shit about the other team because they're using the wrong loadout, or you're just, you know, whatever the case may be, you got to have that. I feel okay.
What did you say, Casey?
Oh my god,
I feel called out.
Yeah. How many grandmasters did you help people with this season?
Leave me alone.
Okay. All right. So just making sure we're on the same page there.
On the count, we have 31 current.
Okay. That's awesome.
Perfect. So
wait, I have part B to that question.
Okay.
Who manages the stream team?
Hold on. We got to bounce back. Is Mr.
Anyone
B
but
still in
Free.
here?
I'm still here. Hey, hi. How
Mr.
are
B
you?
never got asked on his favorite part. I'm sorry.
Wait. I'm sorry. I thought he did. Mr. B, you better give it to us.
I'm actually really curious because with Scratch and Miltronics there, if you didn't notice, I had to turn my head away for a minute. So had to gather myself, and I'm kind of curious on Mr. B's favorite part of this whole stream, because he and I have gotten each other through some really, really dark stuff. So
yeah. I mean,
we became family really quick, and I'm proud to have him by my side through this. So,
and you know, that's what this whole community has become, really. I mean, long story short, you know, I found the community on a very dark day last June, or June of 21. I'm sorry. Bonded with a lot of great people really quick, and then Christmas time came up, and some health issues arose with it as well.
Yeah.
It was scary time for sure. I know for a lot of them as well. Then, you know, just the fight that I had to do to be able to come back and game with these guys again, because they're not friends to me. These are my brothers here. You know, I mean, never met in person, but this is my family. You know, I would go to bat and I would battle anybody for these guys. Anybody in the community, really. And that's just my favorite part. Is it's not a friendship. It's family. You know, they always say blood is thicker than water, but I don't care. This is my family here. I choose this one here.
I understand that a lot when we talk about that, because so years ago, when I found AIE, Alea Iacta Est, it's a gaming community, kind of like the Nerds community or Free Ride Games. They play a lot of games. There's thousands of members, but they connected me, and like I went through my dark times, you know, the days of the Empire, and
the days of the Empire.
Yeah, and it was dark for me, and I found this guild, and they were so welcoming, and it like I attached myself to it, and some of the friends that we have from this community like are better friends to me than my real life friends that I see in person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like one of my closest friends, Matt, he lives probably an hour and a half away. I don't see him because he's busy with his kids. I love the guy to death, but like
he's listening right now.
Well, he might be, but what I'm saying is like I'm as close to him as I am with people that are in our community, because we connect, and it's special. You know what I mean? And you're right. Like if you get to sit down and play a game with somebody and you just chat and there's no camera and you're just together, or you're in a DM or you're in Discord and something gets said that just puts a smile on your face, because nobody knows what you're going through when you're typing in chat. Nobody knows like what's inside your head or what you're going through.
Yeah.
You could be in chat talking with like positivity and people could be fist fighting in your kitchen. You don't fucking know. You know what I mean? And sometimes being that shining light means a lot. So I understand completely what you're saying about, you know, getting through the hard times with the people you care about. And honestly, some of our community members are more family than my own family. Like real life, real talk, no bullshit. Like Nick is my real cousin, right?
Yeah,
like
I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, like he's my real cousin. His dad is my mom's brother. Did I
That'd
say
be-
that right?
Yeah, that's called your uncle.
Well, yes, but I'm just as a reference, fucking asshole. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Your
that's
my dad's
but,
brother.
like-
Get the
but like, yeah, there's some people I've met in games or in Discord or in Twitch or whatever that I'm closer with than my fucking family.
Yeah.
So I appreciate what you're saying, Mr. B. What the fuck just happened?
Your laptop goes to sleep if you don't touch it.
Yeah, I guess so. It was sleepy.
So, okay.
same.
Let's shake out the emotions here.
Wipe the tears off my
I know. Wink. So the way I actually wrote this question, that's not how I want to ask it. Obviously, everybody plays Destiny 2, but for people who don't know, in case like this is the first time they're hearing of you all or something like that, stumbling across the podcast, can you explain like what you focus on in Destiny 2 or what it is, how you guys like to operate? What do you like to play?
I'm
Whomever.
personally PvE. I do not like the whole PvP aspect. It's a lot of toxicity. If I'm running with friends in PvP, still have a lot of fun. But when it comes to what I enjoy, it'll always be teaching or at least helping somebody experience part of the game that they never thought they would. That's exactly what made this channel where it was, which started well before there was even a Destiny 2 channel. Okay, Mr. B. Anyways, long story short, stream snipe PvP free. We were doing Crucible for a bounty, and my captains were already playing some Crucible. I don't know if they were going for a bounty or what they were doing, but I was streaming it. I was with some people. My captains seen it, and they were able to time it to where they were able to match against us. So it was like captain versus captain. They were just godly. These guys are the trials players. These are the guys that you go to when you need help in Crucible. But anyways, they just steamrolled us, and it was probably the most fun I've ever had because once again there was no toxicity. I knew who was on the other side. You know, it was all fun. But
There's a clip out there of Free getting teabagged by Marge Simpson with a sword.
that would be KC for sure, numerous times. I'm afraid, but I stick to the PvE aspects of it, helping people accomplish things they never thought they could, or getting an exotic that they never thought they could, or giving them that fire team. Even if they have the ability themselves, they know they can. They just don't have the people to play with. Like you said earlier in this podcast, LFG is coming to end game. It's going to help out a lot of people for sure. But until then, I'm honored to be able to help that service and hopefully not just teach people, but they have a good time. Because at the end of the day, it's still a video game. You shut it down. You don't have the exotic in your hand. You shut it down. You didn't actually kill, some raid boss. It's all a video game. Have fun. Enjoy it. Make the memories. So
Right.
that's why I do what I do. And that's what I love. So
Hell yeah.
What do you all do? PvE or PvP?
PvE.
Both.
I do a lot of both.
Yeah, I've been doing more of a combination of both lately.
Mainly PvE. Dip my toes in PvP every once in a while to get smacked around.
Oh, you got a hog tie and drag me into PvP.
attaboy. That's my dude right there.
And that's understandable, right? I would say I like it all. I'll do whatever.
For me, I'm terrible at Destiny PvP. Well, at least when I've tried to play, but typically I do like a PvP game. Like I like especially a first-person shooter. I really like Halo. The new one doesn't have enough features, but the core gameplay is really, really fun. Halo, Call of Duty,
Right.
all those types of games. But I think there's still I think I would enjoy Destiny's PvP more if I knew what I was doing. In those other games, I'm way better.
I don't think it's more or less knowing what you're doing, more regards to what to use. Like it was said earlier, it's a very meta-driven game.
Yeah.
Are you using this? Are you using a wave frame? Are you using a sniper hand cannon combo? Are you using, that's what it boils down to when it comes to Destiny 2 PvP in a nutshell. If you're using the right things, skill level is not nearly as important. So
just kind of with Destiny, I've learned to just not take it serious and more play to actually just have fun. Because at certain points, you can't take a game serious when you can literally see a warlock fly over your head and then throw purple goo at you and just insta kill you.
Yeah, and you explode. Yeah, they basically charge up what's basically a kamehameha.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you just got to kind of use what works for you and just play how you want to play. And honestly, the best way to do it is not playing by yourself. Because
right,
if I was to play Crucible on my own, I wouldn't play it. Yeah, I've put way too many hours into it and had way too many fun moments in Crucible to stop now.
For me, the PvP side of it, as I felt, has kept it definitely more interesting for me, because that's where I felt like I was lacking the least in Destiny. So the past couple seasons, I've been kind of focusing more on playing more Crucible and trying to improve on that side of it.
Well, me personally, I'm kind of like how Marcus is with raids. How Marcus, you don't want to say you don't know. You don't want to ask for help in an encounter or something along those lines. It's kind of how I am with PvP. If I join up with friends, I feel terrible if I'm the guy at the bottom of the leaderboard, because I don't have that skill. I don't have the right roles on the meta weapons or something like that. And I feel terrible. I feel like I'm holding my friends, family, teammates back. It's just it's a barrier I've got to get through, and until I can get through that, PvE is the place for me. Sorry.
I understand that. I used to care about winning and losing, but now I don't give a shit. I'm just like, let's go have fun. Let's laugh. Some stupid shit's going to happen if we get steamrolled by a pre-made team or whatever, or just better players. Oh, well, you know what I mean? I can't find myself to take it seriously. It's just who I am. Like, people have told me they can't play PvP with me because there's people that have to win. Like, it's in their mindset. It's just who they are.
Yeah.
And I don't take it that way. And they're like, I can't, like, you need to stay alive. You need to crouch around the corner. I'm like, dude, that's not how I play. Like, I don't care. It doesn't mean anything. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, when I got my first win in a trials match, like, I went fucking bananas because I earned it. And I was like top of the out of the 3-man team. I was on the top with 6 kills. And I'm like, well, let's fucking go. We won. But
trials carries win with Marcus. I'm here for it.
Okay.
Right. But it's playing with people. I think in Destiny versus another MMO game, Destiny makes you gravitate towards playing with people.
Yeah.
Versus, other games,
queuing.
It's like solo.
Yeah, it's easier to solo queue in other games.
I think in Destiny 2, though, especially once you step outside of PvP, it's very, very unsolo friendly. A lot of people come in a chat and say that, they're like, hey, can you help me with this? I don't have anybody to play with. And 99% of the reason our channel is where it's at is because it is so hard to find people to play with or to link up with people. And this game is so driven on multiple people. Raids, got to have 6 people. Grandmasters, unless you're Leopard, you're not soloing it. I mean, of course there's others, but it's just one of those mindsets where you've got to have a team. I mean, there's a lot of exotic quests that are damn near impossible to do unless you've got a team. Xenophage, the final boss for Xenophage quest when it first came out was insane. Learning the mechanics, staying alive just to get Xenophage, and that's one exotic gun out of how many? Countless.
Right.
I mean, even from a PvP side, this game is not very enjoyable solo. Because if you go into trials when it's not freelance week in solo, it's the worst experience you're ever going to play. Or if you go into Iron Banner at all without
Right.
at least 1 to 2 other people, you're not going to have fun.
Right. Well,
Yep.
my next. I don't mean to cut you all off.
You're not cutting anybody off, Nick.
Well, speaking of
You're
things that-
driving this train.
choo choo. Let's
Nick,
go.
Hey, we're
All
all
aboard.
thankful. We're all thankful for you. Thank you for keeping it going, Nick. It's all because
Of
of you,
course.
really.
Well, I don't know.
Nick
about
is
that.
the talent of this show.
I don't
Just
know.
so you guys know.
It was just a pirate voice, guys. It's not that impressive.
It was pretty good. Like I
Okay,
had
Can you
Mr.
to,
ask
Krabs.
the next question in the pirate voice?
All right, me mateys, shiver me timbers as I reach into the freezer.
they didn't have
Many
freezers
right
in pirate
questions
games.
many right answers there be to this question, but only one wrong there. One is that didn't make any sense. All right, there's a lot of right answers. There's a lot of great answers to this question. There is one wrong answer, then you'll be dead to me forever. Okay, and I'm not telling anybody what it is until after everyone's answered. There's lots of great questions, lots of great answers, but I need to know, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
I'm gonna go mint chocolate chip.
Okay.
Okay, noted.
I don't know if they
cookie
have it.
dough. I've already answered this one last time I was here. It's still cookie dough.
Oh yeah,
That doesn't-
Free Ride knows the forbidden flavor.
that's easy money for me. Cookie dough all the way.
See,
I
I don't
found
know.
one recently that I really enjoy. It's like chocolate ice cream with like brownie batter mixed in. It's
That
Dude,
sounds
Dairy
great.
Queen has that. Yeah, Dairy Queen has something
Cold
like that. I don't
Stone.
know if-
Oh my god!
Cold Stone, anything's great.
So I don't know if they have this ice cream everywhere, but they started releasing pints of Little Debbie ice cream.
What?
That sounds really good.
and,
That
like,
sounds so good.
They have the cosmic brownie flavor. They have nutty bar flavor. They have honey bun flavor, and the honey bun one is my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's a great answer. Okay.
Oatmeal cream pie from that goes really good.
I was say,
couldn't
I
find
used
that
to love the oatmeal cream pies.
Oatmeal cream
The ice
pie
cream is
ice
so
cream.
good.
That
It's
is
so good.
crazy.
Wait, who hasn't answered?
Me, I'd go with cookies and cream.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my boy.
That's
Those
just
are
the
all
generic.
respectable answers.
Everybody made it.
Everybody passed the test.
No one stepped on the one mine in the minefield.
So the worst
Just gonna say
flavor
vanilla.
and the wrong answer. No, vanilla's my favorite. Don't ever insult my vanilla again.
So basic.
Yes, I am a
Basic
bit.
as
I
shit.
am a
Basic.
bit. Yeah, I am basic. The wrong answer is
Pistachio.
so. 2 people have come on the show and said their favorite flavor is pistachio, and they need to get the fuck out. They're
That's
never
weird.
welcome here again.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
In which, like, and to clarify, right? Like, I can understand if you like pistachio ice cream, like, but who is picking, like, you're on a desert island and somehow you get one ice cream flavor for the rest of your existence and you pick pistachio?
Like, who the fuck would
Like,
do that?
what is wrong with you?
Yes.
Something's wrong with you.
Yeah, somebody
Who
hurt
hurt-
that person.
Who hurt you? How can I get you some therapy?
So this is a 2-part question.
Back at the
I want to
ranch.
know who manages the stream team. And the second part is, what are the goals for the stream team?
Answer
I
one.
think
I wouldn't really say anyone per se manages it. Once again, if you're on the stream team, it's because you've proven that you are exactly what we're looking for to be part of the community, part of the family, and you're somebody I trust. Everybody on the stream team, I trust. You know, like I will hand you my credit card. I'm going to go in the other room and take a nap, and I'll probably have the same amount of money on that credit card. If not somehow more, you probably invested some and made me money, whatever the case may be.
you stealing.
As far as manages the stream team, I mean, if you look at the roster on who's on there, we manage ourselves because we all look out for each other. As far as goals, help as many people as we can, whether it's in Destiny 2, whether it's in real life, whether it's giving somebody a place that they know they can talk about what they're going through, what problems they're facing in day to day, you know. And a lot of streamers that are on the stream team do that. How's your day? It's not an empty question. It's literally, how's your day? I know yesterday you weren't doing too good. You were battling some shit. Are you doing better today? You know, there
Yeah.
are people that come into my stream that the first thing out of their mouth is, hey, just want to let you know I'm doing better today. Thank you. So
That's fucking awesome. Yeah.
as far as goals go, I got to say we're we're there. We're giving people a place that they feel like calling home. So I don't have dreams of grandeur. I don't want to see my face on a Wheaties box. There are days when my viewer count gets higher than I want it to. As a streamer, that's probably the dumbest, most back-asswards thing you could say. But it's true because I love what we have. I love what we've created. I love the size of it because I can keep track of it. I've got people that'll come in and say, hey, my little boy's won. They'll send me a picture of, in Discord. And I remember them telling me, Free, we're on our way to the hospital. I'm having my baby today. And here we are a year later. And they're sending me pictures of them chowing down on birthday cake. Hashtag Amy.
The face full of cake. The 1-year-old smash cake is amazing.
That actually, we had that happen. When did Amy send those pictures? It was like a week ago, wasn't it? Week or two ago. So,
that's cool.
I love what we have. So,
hell yeah. Do you want to ask the other frivolous question?
Yeah, I'll ask it.
Because I took the ice cream one.
All right. This is fucking really important to me. Like mega important because this is a huge part of my life. Who is your favorite Star Wars character?
Jar Jar Binks, obviously. I mean,
okay.
Sith Lord in disguise. I'm telling you. The dude is running it, okay? he put Palpatine up there as a puppet, all right? Jar Jar owns that shit.
He did, though. I rewatched the prequels recently, and Jar Jar Binks is the one that started the vote on to make Palpatine the Grand Chancellor.
Yeah, it's all there. It's there, black and white, man. I'm telling you, I don't need lore to find that out. Okay, my man was undercover the entire time, ran that shit.
Everybody else?
I'm waiting to see if anybody else goes first.
No, you go first. You opened up that mouth.
Did you just lick my
toe?
toe?
The last 3 times I went to open my mouth, someone else started talking. So I'm giving right away. For me, Yoda.
All right.
Great call.
Hold on. Before we move any further, are we talking like 3 through 6 Yoda?
All of them. It could be anything.
No. You can't compare 3 through 6 Yoda to 1 through 3 Yoda. 1 through 3 Yoda was a green killing machine. That dude was a badass. Flips and backflips and off the walls and cartwheels. Oh yeah.
But it's all the same. He died at fucking 900 years old, like gangster as shit.
It was literally, if you watch
Yoda
the
is
movies of
Yoda.
Wars, he died. He was how old? How old was he?
That I'm not even sure.
900. So you're telling me at 900, all right, is when Anakin was brought into the story, okay? And then we're talking like a measly, 50 years later, 40 years later? He goes from backflipping the cave, kicking ass to, I'm going to go lay down and fade into nothing. That quick? Like,
yeah, man.
Did he stop eating oatmeal? What happened to my man? No,
He
1
lived
through
in a
3
swamp.
Yoda. 1 through 3 Yoda kicked ass. 4, 5, 6, grumpy old shit.
All 1 through 6 for me because I fashioned my life off.
Well, he died in what? What do you mean 1 through 6?
He was a ghost in the last one.
Okay, buddy, listen.
But do or don't, there is no try. That's why.
Yes.
Do or do not, there is no try. I'm getting that tattooed on my chest, actually, in our bench.
No rag rats. No rag rats at all.
Yep.
Not even
no rag rats. Yep.
God.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. Who else is
all of them
character? Favorite Star Wars.
You're gonna have to start calling out names. These guys are way too polite and way too respectful of one another. You're gonna have to start calling on names.
All right, KC.
There you go.
So my extent of Star Wars knowledge is Battlefront 2.
Okay, totally
game.
fine.
Yeah. I do know a lot of the characters, but if I had to pick one, it's got to be Jabba the Hutt.
Respectful.
He's just funny looking and.
Now I feel attacked. What the hell? Freeright's my favorite streamer. I don't even want to know why anymore. He's just funny looking.
All right, Mill.
I've seen the Star Wars movies and things like that. I haven't I'm not super into it, but I don't know why. But I've always just been attached to R2D2.
My man,
Dude, he's a cussy little shit. Yeah,
Man.
he's a
Like
cussy
the meat.
little
That's
trash
the first
can.
person. That's the first person ever to say that with me.
Let's go.
Like the
100%.
memes made out of his scream.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the highlight of
That's
R2D2 right
not why
there.
I like him. That is not why.
Well, why do you like R2? Wait, before who else needs to go?
Mr. B.
Mr. B, sorry.
Darth Maul. Just
Ooh,
the
okay,
red and
okay.
black color scheme. It's always my thing.
And a
He
badass
was
dude.
my
Like
character in Tony Hawk.
Motherfucker got cut in half. He ain't no badass.
he is a
but he
no.
comes
Like
back.
Yeah, but he
If-
comes back.
He survived.
He's Tannix.
cut in half.
He's the Star
Just-
Wars version of Tannix. He just keeps coming back.
Yeah.
if you read the books on that dude, he was like one of the baddest mother truckers in all of Star Wars. Like he.
Yeah.
Best part of seeing him do tricks on a skateboard in Tony Hawk.
All right, true. Was that with or without gravity? Gotta know.
Either one.
Oh.
But the reason why Mill for me, R2 is my guy
Mhm.
is because he's always there for his friends. He doesn't need the Force. He doesn't need any special powers. He's just fucking there to help when people need him.
He needs a charging
And-
port.
Oh
Well,
my
whatever.
god! What the
I'm just, I mean,
fuck? he may not need friends or family, but he needs a charging port. Quick, we're
Oh,
losing
man.
him. Get a USB cable.
That's awesome.
Nick, so I'm going to tell you guys, we're going to ask Nick to tell you his, but he's going to say he's going to give you the short version. Strap in, it's going to be 25 minutes. Nick, who's your
Appreciate
favorite
strap
Star
on.
Wars character?
All right. Well, I have 1.5. So that's a thing first. Should I tell the short one first?
There is no short one. Just tell him one. Just pick one of the two that you like.
No way. All right. So the half one is Admiral Thrawn, because from Legends mostly, and in the new books that came out, I think the way he like approaches tactics is really really cool, and how he like rose through the ranks in his own people, and then rose through the ranks in the Empire also, and like analyzes arts of different species to know like how that's going to translate to battle tactics and predicts everything perfectly all the time. He's a really cool character. But my actual favorite character in all of Star Wars is Darth Bane. So if you don't know who Darth Bane is the Sith from not in the Old Republic, but many years prior to like the movies and stuff. Darth Bane established the rule of two. So in his time, there were thousands of Sith, and they never like got ahead of the Jedi because there's always lots of infighting and trying to like one up each other, and so they were always killing each other and stuff. So he said, nope, fuck it. He gathered them all together for some ceremony, tricked them, and he killed them all and sucked in their like all their Force powers and said, I'm going to be the only Sith, and I'm going to have take an apprentice that I'm going to train from scratch, and eventually my apprentice is going to try to kill me. And that's how the rule of two started with Darth Bane. But the cool part is there's a trilogy of books that you should read or listen to. I listened to them on Audible about Darth Bane. And at the end of the third book, his apprentice is killing him, but it's vague as to whether or not he was trying throughout the book. He's trying to figure out this move called essence transfer. So it's vague as to whether or not he did it successfully. His apprentice tries to kill him, and if he did the essence transfer, that means his Force essence would have gone into her. And then, so fast forward to the terrible sequel trilogy when Palpatine's like, I am all the Sith. You have all the Sith behind him. If my headcanon is correct, then it's really been Darth Bane all along through every single Sith between him and Palpatine. That every time the apprentice killed the master, he essence transfers into the next one and they get more and more powerful. Which would be pretty cool.
Bam.
And that's
25 minutes later.
Awesome. It was,
Great
really,
explanation.
it was a really good description, but I don't understand the Sith essence per se. Like, does his essence mean that he's then in control of that person's body?
Yes.
You'd have to read the books.
Yeah. It's a little clearer if you read
I don't
it.
have to. I mean, you're not.
Yeah,
You
can I
explain
read
that in
this question?
Fortnite terms?
Yeah. Do I floss before or after? Like,
When can I hit the gritty on Darth Vader's body?
Whatever you want.
So I'm going to start with KC with this one.
Oh, no.
KC, what is your favorite moment from the community or the stream team?
Good luck.
I've got to think now. This is bad.
Oh no, they've all sucked equally.
It's hard to come up with one on the spot, but
This is why we send. No, we like it on the spot. I feel like it's from the heart.
yeah. And I think I typed this in as we were
Do you guys want me to go first?
Yeah, I got to think.
Okay, so I'll go first. So it was a lonely Saturday night.
Okay.
I was just started streaming Destiny not too long ago. I left Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I get a message in the chat. And I think Twitch, it takes them a long time to like do cool stuff to make it like quality improvements to their stuff. But like, I like the fact that there's like a highlighted message for the first time chatter.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Mhm.
Love it. Because, when you're in the game or anything and you look at chat, it is easy to miss a statement. Well, somebody came into my stream and it just said legend. That's it. And I'm like, well, hello. Thank you. I am no fucking legend, but that's pretty fucking cool. Thank you so much for coming in and saying hello. And the person followed me and I was excited. And like I am, they got the high five.
Yeah, which I meant to not to cut you off, but to quick credit sidebar. You were like, "Oh, Nick always says that with every one of his followers," but I got that from you being all hyped up about every follower.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I don't
Credit where credit is
I don't
due.
I don't take credit.
I know. I'm
But
giving
anyway,
it to you.
Thank you. But anyway, and then not 5 fucking minutes later, a giant raid of people flood into my channel. And I just sit back and I let it go. And I held back the tears because, as you know, if you stream or you don't, that like switching games is really hard because some people come with you, some people don't. And those people that you've come to know, they don't play the game that you've switched to. They still care about you, but they're more interested in watching the game that they want to watch. I get it.
Yeah.
So out of nowhere, this giant raid comes in and you're holding back the tears and excitement as best as you can. And the amount of people that said hello just in there, and it blew me away. And that for this community, I think that is the shining moment. I almost said jumping through the portal and everybody laughing at me, but that would be a lie. Obviously, everybody by the build up, you guys know that was Free Ride and the raid that came from it. So, Casey, back to you. What's your favorite moment?
I don't exactly have like one moment. It's more like a compilation of moments. So we've had a lot of streamers come through, and I think like even people who stream to 1 or 2 people, when we see them come back into chat and be like, "Hey, I got affiliate because of you," that's like really cool moments. We've probably been able to help at least like 100 people now, just like get their affiliate, whether it be 3 or 4 of us just throwing up a tab randomly lurking, or us just telling our friends and like basically keeping tabs on people. Because we've had people come out of like nowhere, like some of our friends had no idea who Free was. We introduced them, they hit it off, and now they're going to be in the community for a while. Like we've had some of my close PvP friends come in, and they've grown their stream up to be like decently sized now, and it all started from nothing and basically just us lurking in their stream, and now they built up this thing, and it's just basically just like rising tides and bring all ships up. And that's basically what Free's doing. It's just bringing everybody up with him rather than just allowing himself to be at the top and everybody on the small pyramid behind him.
Good answer.
It's a great answer.
How about you, Mill?
So I'd say I have a couple. The first one is probably, it was maybe like the first month or so. I was always just kind of like lurking in the stream and stuff like that. And then, I finally, I've of course Free said hi when I followed and everything like that, but I was just lurking around for quite a while. And then he helped me get Divinity. Then after that, like I've there was one time he needed someone to jump in, so I jumped in and helped. But not long after that, that was like around maybe 1,600 Guardians or so helped. And when we did a div run for Guardian Help 2000, and that's like what solidified me kind of like hanging around for a while, because that's like I met Scratch and like better runs with Free and everything and stuff like that. But the very first time I helped Free do a div run, we get to the boss room, and like I told him, I was like, I've been in the boss room like, 3 or 4 times for 8-9 hours or whatever. And we get the run, and he's like, man, you feel like, he basically was saying like I was doing everything correctly, and I like when we finished the run and we got it done, like one and done. I told him like, that was my very first time building in that boss room, like ever rebuilding the floors or anything. And I told him it was I learned how to do that just from watching his stream. Like I had no intentions of ever. All the other times I had been in there, I never built a single floor in that raid encounter.
Can I piggyback onto that now?
Of course.
Excellent. Sorry, a little choked. Anyways, snap out of that. So I remember that moment because, like I said, Mill's been by my side through so much. But anyways, I remember him saying that, and I look back to that moment because now, anytime somebody comes in like, "Hey, I need to stop hitting yourself," and stop hitting yourself is where it's just complete chaos. Marcus, you've been in there. The floor is getting pulled away. You have to rebuild the floor. Well, stop hitting yourself is a challenge for that encounter where you have to rebuild the floor and kill 20 enemies while you're rebuilding the floor. Okay? So think about that with all the chaos. And if you're on the floor and there's no floor, you're taking damage because of that. You got the boss shooting, you got enemies shooting you, and you have to keep them alive long enough to kill them with the floor. So now people ask for that, and I'm like, hey, Mill, we got to stop hitting yourself. So you take Milltronics, never built a floor before, to now me and him going there, and without comms, without talking, we're doing one of the stupidest challenges in this game. Like it's nothing, and it's I don't know. It's just one of those things where you look back where you started, pre-affiliate, now partner. That's how I feel with Mill. Is we started at I've never built before, man. You did fucking awesome, dude. Like it looked like you've been doing this for a long time, kind of thing. And now we're doing one of the craziest challenges when it comes to building floors. So, it's just one of those things.
Hell yeah, Mr. B. What would you think is your favorite moment?
Honestly, my favorite moment was when I did a surprise project that I put together for Free and the captains and stuff. And then getting to watch that first time on stream and everybody's reaction to it after many long hours spent editing that thing. That was nice. And then it was also pretty good too, once I got back online, seeing everybody still remembering me too. That was probably one of my favorite parts as well.
Awesome. It was so well received that it actually became a channel point redemption on the channel. It's called Mr. B's Creation. And to this day, there are people like, can he add me into that? Can he add me into that? And it's like, maybe the next one, but this one holds, because you see some names on there. It's Twitch. It's online. People come, people go. And you see some names that they don't hang out as much as they used to, or they're not around as much as they used to, but you see those names, and it's like everybody in here said so far, it's family, and you see those names and it just floods back all these memories, from Scourge of the Past to where we're at now. And, the video he just put it together so perfectly, so flawless. And it's just one of those moments. Just one of those moments.
Scratch, how about you?
Well, excuse me. I have 3. No specific order. Like okay. They're all great.
It's the Mount Rushmore.
Right. The first one is I'm a piggyback off of Mill, because Mill said almost the exact same thing I was going to say. When we reached a 2K milestone for the channel. I was in that run, and the flood, when chat realized that he had hit 2K Guardians help, the amount of love that poured into that chat, and seeing Free's face, the emotion, he couldn't hold it back. He was broken streamer mode. He couldn't hold it back. Like me and Mill, that was when me and Mill met. Like, we kind of knew each other from chat, but like that was when we first really talked. And him and I were sitting in the Discord call, dumbfounded with the amount of love pouring into that chat, and Free's just gone. He took like 7 walks. Pretty sure he walked to the airport and back. Like, it was just, we were just like, wow, that many people showed up for support to see it grow. It was awesome. The second one, Free didn't mention it the last time he was on the podcast for reasons, but when he proposed to Doctor, that was I don't know if you've been in Free's chat, you've seen the hype command. I had to. It's, a screaming "Let's fucking go." Well, I want to say there was about 120, 130 people in chat, and we were all just going nuts, ballistic. You could still find clips of that as commands in the channel to this day.
Yeah.
The third one was when Mr. B returned from his illness, when he made his return.
The first time he came back into chat,
when his name, not his wife's name, when his name showed up in chat lit up. Mr. B emotes everywhere. Like, for this person, and most of chat didn't even know who this guy was. Like, most of these people weren't around when Mr. B had to, he was forced to take a step back. And then now people who've been in the chat for 2 weeks, they're spamming his emotes too. It was a magical thing to see.
Hell yeah.
So I saved the last one. Free, I'm going to ask you this.
okay?
And it's a different type of question. What are some of your favorite moments with the 4 people that you chose to be here tonight with?
Oh, let's go.
Man,
I'm here for it.
Speaking of broken streamer mode.
yeah.
Fuck it.
There is there's too many.
Gonna get my feet up for this.
Yeah, you guys might as well, because it's gonna be a long time. I've already went over why Scratch is always number one. He's one of the first people that can see. He's one of the first people that can notice a fake smile. Does that make sense?
Yes.
He always knows, and I'll forever be indebted to him, because he's messaged me, "Hey, take a walk."
Right.
It's starting to break down. People are going to notice, man. I notice. Others going to notice too. Go take a breather. Come back stronger. All right, brother. Do that.
Right.
Mr. B instantly became family. I've never met somebody that I could trust so quick, because just the way he handled himself, the way he opened up to me about things. You just seen that genuine person, that human, not a follower, not numbers. It was he opened up, and I opened up, and he's been by my side ever since. And he still says some of the goofiest shit, like I'm still trying to earn my spot back, like it ain't fucking cemented. But he still says some goofy shit. So Mr. B will always be my favorite. Time would be when he's still here with us, because there for a while we didn't know if he was going to be. So that was him coming back. That was definitely my favorite Mr. B moment. I'm gonna save Miltronics for last because we say brother a lot around here, but he's definitely that brother I never had. And so we're gonna jump over to our pain in the ass cousin, Mr. KC. Um, KC is KC. I've had a lot of people, bring him up, outside of stream, stuff like that. He kills teammates. He's always talking shit, and I always say the same thing. The reason I trust KC is because he doesn't fake who he is. KC is as real as it fucking gets. Whether you love him, whether you hate him, that's KC. He doesn't change. He doesn't bullshit. If he loves you, you'll know. And if he doesn't like you, you'll fucking know. Because that's who he is. And he's one of those people, man. I would sign over my bank account to him because he is who he is. And I trust every damn beat of his heart because he tells me he's got my back. I don't question it. If he says he's going to do something, I don't question it. That's who he is. Mill fucking Tronics. This dude, he came into my chat, and as he said many times, he lurked for a long time before he ever spoke up. It was an honor to help out somebody that had been following the channel and just supported. Like we've discussed, you can tell how somebody watches a channel. They don't have to talk. There's ways to see if people are actually lurking in your chat, or they just say it and they close down the tab. People do that. It's part of it. Whatever.
Yeah.
I knew Mill was in there. He was always in there. He was supporting in the shadows. And the first time he asked for help, and he stuck around. A lot of people we help, they don't stick around. They get their help. They vivamanos. They're out the door.
Mm-hmm.
He stuck around. And the great thing about what happened that day wasn't the fact that I got to help Miltronics. It was the fact that once we did that help, it wasn't lurking anymore. He started talking. He started saying, "Hey, man, I hope you have a good stream," stuff like that. And like he said, I was asking for help one day, and he stood up. He jumped in, helped out. And from that moment on, it wasn't a stream without Miltronics. It just became that mode where if I was streaming and Miltronics was off work, or Miltronics, was home for the day, or whatever the case may be, he was one of the first people to jump up. And it didn't care what it was. He didn't care if he'd done it a million times. He was jumping in because he had that same passion to help others, because he too was that person in chat, shy to ask for help or didn't want to bother somebody. So he related to it. And when we were helping people, Miltronics would talk to him, and it was how he made them feel comfortable. That's what I admired about him, was the way he would put somebody at ease. I've never done this before. Hey, man, there was a time I hadn't either. And here we are. Right. So, let's make this happen. So I got to say my favorite Miltronics moment was when it became family. It's that simple.
Hell yeah.
It's heartfelt to hear these things, but I feel it's important for people to hear this, and because they don't understand, like, people, some do, some don't, but a lot of people don't understand that when you do what we do in the communities that we have and how people do become family, it can change your life for the better, right? And whether you're streaming or not streaming, or you're just in the Discord and you don't really even watch the channel, it doesn't matter. Once you're a part of that group of people, it's hard to leave because you care so much. And
100%.
I can't.
Yeah.
And I'll speak for Nick when I say this. We can't thank you guys enough for coming on. We wanted so bad to tell this story because of what you guys have done for myself, the nerds community, friends of ours. And we wanted this story to be out there.
Yeah.
and people to know how awesome this community is, meaning the Free Ride Games. And thank you guys for coming on.
It was our pleasure, man. Our pleasure.
Honored to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Miltronic says it best. It's no problem.
It's no problem.
There it is. There it is.
Well, hey, tell everybody where they can find you. Go right around the horn.
They can find me at twitch.tv/freeridegames. I stream mostly Tuesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tuesday and Thursday are going to be Eastern Standard Time around 4 o'clock till we shut down. Could be 9, could be midnight. Never know. So hopefully see some people in there and we can help them out.
Hell yeah.
Anybody else?
Well, I'm Scratch. You can find me in Free Rides chat, moderating the fucking shit out of it. Or in his Discord. That's basically the two places you're going to find me most often.
There you
go. Twitch.tv/team/freeridegames.
There you go.
Perfect.
Nice. I'll also be in the Free Ride Games chat in the Discord. Yeah, I don't really stream, so.
Daddy Mill.
Daddy Mill.
Oh, good.
Check the shirt, baby. It's there.
Bring the band hammer with the quickness.
Oh, God. No faster fingers than him, man.
There you go. Sauce might argue, but we all know.
He's just faster at typing really big letters, that's all.
Wait, what was your finger reference about then? If it wasn't, never mind. Guys, we'll catch you next time.
Oh, boy.
Clean it up, guys. Clean it up.
I'm pretty much
guys, once again, we love what you guys do, especially, you know, just getting the word out of other streaming communities, other people out there, and having that voice heard, especially the back end. It gives my captains a place to really talk about how they feel about the community, what they offer, what they love about it. You know, there's a lot of places that could do that and they don't, and you guys do. So once again, you know, I tip my hat to what you guys do. You guys take time out of your day to really help this out. So thank you guys for having us on.
Absolutely.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of Working Class Nerds.